We want to kind of bring you the isolated player of the game tonight. This senior class means a lot to me. I had them as 7th graders. Technically was their head 7th grade coach. So, you know, these kids are near and dear to my heart. And, you know, if I could pick every single one of them every single week, I would. But tonight, we're going to highlight senior number 52, TreSean Moorman. TreSean plays linebacker and a little bit of offensive line for us tonight. And Coach Plumlee said we should expect a big night, right, Ben?
Yeah, he actually moved from Mike linebacker to he's down playing defensive tackle now. So he's going to be hand on the ground. And I'll talk to Coach Plumlee today, and he thinks that the defensive tackles are going to be very key for us because they think that we are so talented on the defensive front that on plays where they have to engage our guys for long periods of time, we're talking sweeps, outside runs, long pass blocks, 5-foot, 7-foot drops in the passing game, we're going to win those battles. The question is those quick hitters when they just have to get in the way, and that's where your defensive tackles really have to kind of take the game over and physically outman the guard or the center in front of him. And he thinks Trey's going to have a big game. We hope so. If he does, we're going to be in for a good night.
Well, that's absolutely right. And if you watched any last year, TreSean was in on most every tackle. He's a guy that just has a motor that doesn't quit. And, you know, excited to see him open his senior career, or senior night, or not senior night, but senior season here tonight in Glen Rose.
And when you move a guy from linebacker to defensive tackle, and he's big enough to play defensive line. That's one thing about it. He was a big middle linebacker, but you are adding a lot of speed to the interior part of your line. And when you need a pass rush, and we know that Glen Rose likes to toss the ball around a little bit, that's huge. When they like to run the short passing game. When you have guys with long arms on the defensive line that can put their hands up and knock down balls, that's a big deal. So there are a lot of components to the defensive tackle position and the defensive end position that's super important. And TreSean brings a lot of those great attributes that we're looking for.
We are just under a minute away from the start of the Leopard season. Looks like Glen Rose will be receiving. Malvern will be kicking. Don't get me started on directions, Ben. I'm not quite sure.
Oh, I don't know.
We're north.
Malvern.
Glen Rose will be taking the ball going north to south.
Malvern's to the south.
Yeah, Malvern's to the south. There you go.
Towards the south end zone.
You're right. I probably should know that. Get out my compass rose or what?
Go look at the Hot Spring County map. So we're going to see Wesley Lanius, who, if you remember last year's game, I'm going to tell you what, we played a lot of good quarterbacks, and I don't know that Lanius was the best quarterback that we played. There were some really good ones, Pulaski Robinson. Arkadelphia's quarterback was phenomenal. As far as toughness, I think Wesley Lanius was the toughest guy we played all year.
Rodea kicks the ball away, bounds down to about the 25-yard line. Fielded there, ball is on the ground, still on the ground, not quite sure who's got it. Looks like, still don't know, not a sign. Malvern excited as there was a big hit, ball came loose. I believe Glen Rose did come up with the recovery. It will be 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line.
And boy, there were so many white jerseys around it, you just thought for sure that Malvern was going to come up with the football, but you got to love the intensity right out of the gate.
I think they were just excited to see and hit somebody that's not wearing an orange, black, or white jersey. Looks like it will be Glen Rose coming to the line, tailback to each side, wide receiver split out to the right. Here's the snap, fakes the give, looking for the fade route. Just out of the reach of the receiver, number 10. Flag comes out late. Taylon Ross was in coverage for the Leopards.
Ross defending on the play for the Leopards.
Didn't take long to see the first call of the year, Ben.
I'm going to have to believe that's going to be holding because it would be real tough for him to call pass interference from where he was. I got to believe it's going to be defensive holding. Have we seen a signal yet?
I believe it is defensive holding. That will be a first down for Glen. No, it is pass interference.
That's a tough call. I would have thought the other I really thought that he was actually in pretty good coverage right there, but the guy you need to watch in the backfield is number 45, Ethan Taylor. We didn't play him last year, but he had 1,000 yards or right at 1,000 yards in 9 games. He averaged over 100 yards per game, so he's kind of their key back.
Here's the snap. Give is up the middle, met immediately, fights for yardage. Looks like he's going to pick up 2 or 3. Going to be brought down by Isaiah Beard.
So what we're going to need right here is we're going to need Arkansas. You can tell my mind thinking about Georgia.
Arkansas, baby.
We got Malvern's going to. That's the quick runner that Coach Plumlee was talking about. We need our defensive tackles to hold their ground and make plays right there.
Glen Rose comes to the line. They got twins left, split right. Taylor to the right of Lanius, up back to the left side. Will be second down here. Give is to Taylor up the middle. Breaking tackle is going to be near the first down. Still fighting for yardage. Looks like he will have just enough to pick up the first down all the way down to the 46-yard line.
And I think they may have the scouting report on us. Their first 2 runs have been up the middle. They're not trying to run wide on us. We probably have a speed advantage, and so their best bet if they're going to run is probably to try to go up the middle.
Glen Rose hurries to the line. Twins right, split left, up back to the right this time. Taylor to the left of Lanius. Tries to get Malvern to jump. Malvern's not going for it. Here's the snap. Give is to Taylor. He's running up the middle again. Met fighting for yardage. Brought down by most of the Leopard defense.
Taylor on the carry.
Yeah, and I'm going to tell you, the guy that's right next to TreSean in the middle is Isaiah Beard. You want to talk about another guy with a big motor, that's Isaiah Beard. And if you watch him work out in the weight room, he'll make you feel bad about yourself. This guy looks like Adonis in there.
Calves like Adonis, as Phil would say. Going to be 2nd and 7 here. Twins to the left, split to the right, up back on the left side. Taylor to the left of Lanius. Again, tries to get Malvern to jump, not going. Here's the give to Taylor. He's met and hit for a very short gain by our isolated player of the game, TreSean Moorman.
So we're seeing that early. We're seeing Beard and TreSean in the last 2 plays. They've tried to go up the middle twice. They're now behind where they want to be with the sticks.
They are right on the 50-yard line. It will be 3rd and 6 for Glen Rose.
50-yard line brings up 3rd down for the Beavers.
Going to have twins left, tight in and up back to the right, in tight. Taylor going to be to the right of Lanius. 7 on the play clock. Taylor runs out. Just a decoy. Pass across the middle and dropped. Looked like he had a quick little post route. Caught it initially, but was hit. I didn't see the number. I don't know if you did, Ben, and ball pops out.
And that was a really good play call. I mean, because it was there. It was a good throw. We did our part to make some contact in there. It may have been Dante Reed.
That's going to be my guess based off where he is right now.
That made the contact. Let's see, they're lining up to go for it, but I think that their quarterback may punt.
Will be 4th and 6 from the 50-yard line. 9 on the play clock. Going to have to hurry if you're Glen Rose. Twins right, split left. 5 on the play clock.
They may try to draw you offside. No, they're going to go for it.
Snap, looking to throw. Fade route down the left side, just out of the reach of the receiver, and Malvern will take over on downs right at the 50-yard line.
And that was really good coverage. He was in his back pocket. The receiver fell down, but I don't think there was any contact
I think
there.
that was more of a trying to lay out for it.
Try to draw it.
Yeah. Malik Relaford on the coverage for the Leopards.
So this is a great opportunity for Malvern here because they didn't punt. They flipped the field, and now they've got to go 50 yards for a score.
And it will be your first taste of sophomore quarterback Ced Simmons. Leopards are going to come to the line. Trips to the left, split right. Will be Keith Carradine to the right of Simmons. Ced checks over, checks his armband. Malachi Asher comes over. Emmett tied it up back on the left side. 4 on the play clock. Here's the snap, gives to Carradine, looking to bounce it outside. Breaks a tackle, almost breaks another one. Does a somersault, and thinking at the NFL, he almost kept going there, Ben.
I'm going to tell you, Keith Carradine has maybe the best balance of any running back we've had in 20 years. He's low to the ground. He looks like a V8 commercial when he runs because he is so turned over, and I keep thinking he's going to fall, but tremendous balance out of Keith Carradine Jr.
Leopards hurry to the line, twins right, split left, Asher the up back on the left side, Carradine to the right of Simmons. Ced comes up, talking to his line, making a change. Asher shifts over to the right side. Snap is away. Looks like an option. Turned into a little screen pass out to Carradine. Not a lot of room there. He fights forward. Basically only loses a yard, and that was a good effort to get that.
Yeah, I tell you what, Glen Rose played that really well. One thing I was looking at last year, we threw the ball 4 times last year. We only threw the ball 4 times last year. Now, we had 296 yards rushing, but that kind of a play, that's an extension of your running game. It may go down as a pass, but that's a glorified run is what that is.
Gonna be 3rd and 6. Twins right, twins left for the Leopards. Asher the up back. Simmons on the quarterback draw looking for room. Not a lot there. He's gonna be hit and driven back for a loss. Looks like that's gonna make it now 4th and 8 for the Leopards.
And one of the things that you'll notice at the beginning of the year, usually defenses are ahead of the offense. And I think we've kind of seen that in the opening series. And I won't be surprised if this is a defensive struggle because of that.
Twins right, split left. Asher the up back on the left side. Relaford to the left of Simmons. Tries to draw Glen Rose off sides. Now Relaford shifts over to make it up back on each side. Simmons alone in the backfield. Snap over Simmons' head. He's going to pick it up, and he's rolling out to the left, trying to find somebody to throw to. Our receiver was absolutely tackled. And
they may just have had a penalty, but I don't think they're going to throw it.
No, it was going to be close to a late hit out of bounds, but like I said, I don't think it's going to be called. That was actually going to be a loss of 2, but that's an incredible loss of 2 based off how that play went.
You know, I didn't know what he was going to do. I thought, he may have had an opportunity to punt when he had gotten away, but I don't know that he would have been able to get it to the line of scrimmage. You know, you throw it away, you gain 2 yards.
Yeah.
So, and he's athletic enough, you just never know. He might break one there.
Well, he's pointing over there towards Braxton. I don't know if he's telling Braxton, to move to get open or if he was pointing out for a block to try to run, but nevertheless, Glen Rose takes over on the 50 like it never happened. Be 1st and 10 there. Twins left, split right, up back to the left side. Taylor to the right of Lanius. Here's the snap. Going to be fumbled. Ball on the ground. Looks like Malvern's got it. And they do. Bud Johnson comes away with it. Malvern will take over on the 47-yard line.
You know, we haven't played 6 minutes yet, and it feels like there have been big plays all over the place. And so here's an opportunity again. Now it's like we never had the turnover on downs.
Yeah. And then, that was just the way I said it on the last one for Glen Rose. Game's being played in the middle of the field right now. And, Ben, we've seen, and it might be, the wet turf and the ball, being a little bit slick, but the ball's popped out a few times now, and Malvern gets the first turnover of the night.
And it's jitters. It's rivalry game, first game. A lot of things going on.
Going to be trips right, split left for the Leopards. Carradine to the left of Simmons. Snap, fakes to Carradine, looking to throw. Got Carter Martin over the middle. He's got it. He's going to be brought down just short of the 20-yard line. Big play there to Carter Martin.
And that's part of that. That's part of that progression we wanted to see Cedric make. He stood up tall. It would have been real easy to rush that throw. But he took his time, threw an absolute perfect pass right at the ear hole of his receiver.
Nice right there by Carter Martin, getting separation and making a great catch. Leopards come to the line, 1st and 10 from the 21-yard line. Going to be receiver split to each side. Carradine coming on late. Asher the up back on the right side.
5 seconds.
Simmons trying to get Carradine in place. Snap is away. Give is to Carradine, looking for room to run on the outside. Cuts it up, breaks the tackle. Going to be a positive gain to the 16-yard line there for the Leopards.
And you want to get ahead in the chains. When you get 5 yards on first down, that's a good start. That's a great start to the 4 downs.
Confucius say, good play.
Bring up 2nd down for the Leopards.
2nd down and 5 has been mentioned. Will be receiver split to each side. Tight end off the left. Asher the up back behind him. Carradine to the right of Simmons. Snap. Simmons rolling right, looking to run. Breaks the first tackle. Gets to the outside. Going to be close to the first down. We'll have to wait and see where they mark him.
Probably going to be a little short, but they actually played that pretty well. I mean, they had an opportunity to get him right at the line of scrimmage, but Cedric does what Cedric does, and he was able to bounce it out and got the first down. They're going to give him the first down.
Will be a first down, and it looks like
right around the 10, huh?
Yeah, it is just in. That's right on the 10. So yeah, 1st and goal there for the Leopards.
Last year we liked to throw the fade to Dallas. I wonder if we're going to throw a fade right here to Braxton.
Simmons, give is to Hart, looking for room up the middle, fighting off tackler, spins down close to the 5-yard line. Looks like he's going to be brought down around the 6. First run of the year for Jacoby Hart.
We're going to hurry up. Going with speed here. And one of the things that we actually have some depth at running back. We're going to throw a lot of bodies at them. And it's good because guys like Jacoby are going to play a lot of defense too.
Receiver split to each side. Asher, the up back on the left side, going to be Hart on the left of Simmons. Here's the snap. Give is to Hart, looking for room on the outside of the right. He's got it. He will score. Touchdown, Malvern.
That was really, really well blocked. He had a ton of room to the outside.
Touchdown for the Leopards.
You see Leopards take first blood, and you know that's huge to capitalize off of a turnover. You gotta attack when the other team gives you a little bit, and the Leopards did just that. Takes the ball 47 yards down the field and punches it in.
And right there, it sure looked like that was kind of an off-tackle play, and a lot of those off-tackle plays are designed so that he can cut in or cut out, depending. And the offensive line takes their guy where he can take it.
Rodea's kick is low, but it will be good. Leopards lead 7-0, 4:39 left in the first quarter. We will be back with more Malvern Leopard football after this.
At MNB, we know that every customer is different. That's why we provide one-on-one guidance from our lending professionals. Our dedicated team understands the importance of taking that next step, and we offer our customers superior financial products and services. Put the strength and stability of MNB to work for you, with loan structures tailored to help you make sound financial decisions. Come see what banking with a real community bank feels like. Visit us online at mnbbank.com.
Welcome back to Beaver Stadium. Sorry, technical issues. Rodea's kick is fielded around the 35-yard line. Glen Rose got to run, spins around. He's going to be brought down at the 50-yard line. Kind of a sky kick gone wrong there, Ben.
Yeah, and I think that may be the same guy who actually fumbled the ball around the 20 on the first kickoff. And sometimes when you make a mistake, you feel like you got to make up for it. And so he actually made up for it right there because they flipped the field pretty well. When you start at midfield, you did something right.
That's right. Missed a golden opportunity on the opening kickoff to bring back a little bit of magic with Dial in the booth with It's Showtime. We will bring it back next week, hopefully. Glen Rose will take over for the third straight possession at the 50-yard line, and it will be 1st and 10 there for them. Twins to the left, split right, up back off the left side, running back to the right of Lanius. Sends in motion to the right. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Post route, gonna tuck it, and still spinning away. Ball's on the ground again. Ball's still loose. I think Malvern has it. Ball
They're going to pile up. I don't know that the officials know who have it yet.
Yeah, ball was bouncing around everywhere. Malvern just couldn't get on it. Looks like Glen Rose did recover and will get close to a first down. It'll be 2nd and 1 after that.
But again, when we talk about those defensive tackles, one of which is TreSean Moorman, the isolated player of the game, they were really the one that caused the havoc right there. 42 and 52 were the ones that caused that whole mess. And unfortunately, they fumbled the ball forward 9 yards and landed on it.
Yeah, and that's never a good thing. But the one positive is Glen Rose seems to keep putting the ball on the ground, and we're having opportunities. Twins left, split right. Here's the snap. Give is to the tailback up the center. He's got room to run. Breaks the first tackle. Still going all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
That was really well blocked on the left side. There was a pretty big gap there. And so one of the things about when you do move a linebacker into defensive at the defensive tackle position, you're going to have somebody fill that Mike position. So we are going to be a little inexperienced at the Mike position this year.
Snap give is up the center, and it will be Malvern making a play in the backfield. Not sure if there is going to be a flag. Malvern was trying to run somebody on late, and they didn't get back off, I think.
And one of those seniors right there that made that play was Aiden Richardson. He's going to be one of the guys filling in and getting a lot of time at linebacker this year.
Legal substitution on Malvern. Just tried to run him on late and tried to turn around and get back off and just couldn't do it. Turned what would have been a really good defensive first play into now a 1st and 5 situation. Ball going to be on the 21-yard line. Glen Rose comes to the line. Twins right, split left, up back off the right side. Tailback to the right, Alanius.
Correction, 2nd and 5.
Looks like we're blitzing.
Give is up the middle. He's going to be hit and dropped in the backfield. Beard was the first one on him, but then met by a host of Leopards.
And one of the things you notice right there is, and some of it's going to be dependent upon the formation that they run, but we're running either a 4-3 or a 4-2-5, and we can disguise it because the guy that's going to make the difference is Jacoby Hart, and he's a hybrid player. He can play safety, he can play linebacker. So we can run either one, and they won't know whether we're in a nickel set or whether we're in a 4-3 look.
Loss of 3 there now, or loss of 3. That'll make it a 2nd and 8 now. Twins right, split left for Glen Rose. Up back still on the right. Sends the tailback in motion out to the right side. Lanius looking to throw. Now going to tuck it down. Well, now he layers it out. And it is dropped in the end zone. Rutherford began to come up thinking the quarterback was going to take off and almost got beat because of it.
Yeah, but then he actually recovered, and I think he got a hand on it to knock it down. So by the skin of our teeth, if he lays that out a little further, that's probably 6.
Yeah. And Lanius did a nice job of tiptoeing the line, not crossing the line of scrimmage and still being able to throw the ball.
But you got to like the pressure that we're getting with the front 4. The front 4 is doing an excellent job they're causing a lot of disruption in the back.
Looks like we have somewhat of an official's timeout. Must be some blood somewhere.
You know, I was talking to Coach Plumlee earlier, and he thinks that could be a big advantage for us, is running that 4-2-5, you know, kind of a hybrid look and being able to disguise it. And it gives us a lot of flexibility against teams like Glen Rose that use a lot of looks.
Stack trips to the right, split left. Tailback to the right of Lanius. Tries to get the Leopards to jump, not going.
Motion.
Snaps coming. Now he's running around for his life in the backfield. He's going to be hit and dropped.
That's East and West. And Easton's, I love East and West. You know, you were with these guys. I was their assistant principal for 3 years. The way that we broke it up, I was their assistant principal, that grade's assistant principal. East and West is a kid you just got to love. You can't help but love him. Big smile, super big heart, and he's got a big motor too.
Big motor. That'll bring up 4th down now for Glen Rose, and it's going to be a 4th and long. Looks like about 16.
Watch the draw here. Watch the draw.
Ball back on the 32-yard line. They're going to come to the line. Twins left, split right. Up back to the left side. Tailback Taylor to the left of Lanius. Here's the snap looking to throw. Now tucks it, headed upfield. He's going to be hit and dropped again by East and West.
And that was a really, really big stop for us because they had driven so far in. What happened there is we gave them a cover 4 look. We were back probably a sky look. We had 4 guys deep. There was just nowhere to throw it. And again, when you don't provide an opportunity to throw the ball downfield and you have a front 4 that can get to the quarterback like that, it's going to be difficult for them to make some plays downfield.
Well, what was a 1st and 5 had 2 consecutive negative plays to make a 4th and long, and Leopards get off the field and get it back to Simmons in this offense. Going to be Twins left, split right. Asher, the up back on the left side. Going to be Carradine to the left of Simmons. Walks up to the line, tells his players to play. 5 on the play clock. Here's the snap. Simmons give to Carradine. He's hit in the backfield, breaks the tackle, still going out to the right side. And he may gain 1 or 2, but it was an absolutely incredible 1 or 2.
It was a very impressive 1-yard gain right there. And again, you're seeing 2 defenses that are really playing good football right now. And they're both winning. Both defensive fronts are winning the line of scrimmage right now is what we're seeing. And when you have a war of attrition, it's going to come down to big plays a lot of the time.
They're going to rule it as a no gain there for Carradine. Going to be 2nd and 10 for the Leopards. Trips left, split right. Carradine to the right of Simmons. My bad, it's Jacoby Hart. Simmons looking to throw. Has Allen coming across the middle on a slant. Throw just a little bit behind him and unable to bring it in.
Unable to bring it in. It's one that you probably would like to catch.
Yeah.
Because it would have been a 1st down. But
tough catch, but one that can absolutely be made.
And, what's interesting there is we're giving different looks with Braxton. He has been running a lot of those deep routes down the sideline, but when you float him in like that down the hash, that creates some confusion.
Trips left, split right. Hart to the left of Simmons. Snap. Simmons looking to run. He's got a little bit of room. Going to pick up a positive gain, but that's still going to be looking like about a 4th and 4 for the Leopards coming up.
And Cedric running the ball was kind of the premier part of the offense last year, and it has not been the premier part of the offense tonight. So it's going to be, I'm going to be curious as we maybe try to wear that defense down with our running backs if in the second half those quarterback runs play a bigger portion of the game plan.
4th and 4 for the Leopards from the 38-yard line. Trips right, split left. Malvern at least gives the appearance of going for it. Tries to get the Beavers to jump off sides. They don't. Resets, 3 on the play clock. 2, 1, going to be a timeout, Malvern. Flag comes out, but I think the timeout is going to be granted.
He got the timeout. He got the timeout.
He did get the timeout, and we will take it with him. We'll be right back after this. Madness has ensued here. What we thought was a timeout has come to a conference, and somebody was convinced that Malvern must have been in illegal formation. So Malvern's backed up 5 yards to the 33-yard line, and it will be Dante Reed back to punt.
We need a better snap this time, and a much better snap.
Punt is away. Going to be fielded around the 35-yard line, running out to the right side, looking for room. Breaks the first tackle. Going to be brought down by his ankle there. Nice play made by Braylon Watson.
Connor Taylor on the return.
Glen Rose will take over from there.
And wearing the number 34, and there have been some really good football players wearing number 34 at Malvern High School.
You don't say. You don't say.
Madre Hill wore number 34. Harold Harris wore 34 for a year, I believe, and then went to number 2.
Coach Plumley looking for somewhat of an explanation here. I think he's hoping to get his timeout back since they had a phantom penalty. However, that will be the end of the first quarter. Leopards lead Glen Rose 7-0. We'll be back after these messages from our sponsors.
Teal Dentistry is a proud supporter of Malvern Athletics. Doctors Jesse and Matt Teal provide a full family dentistry service. From checkups to cleanings to dentures, Teal Dentistry loves working with patients of all ages and strives to make every smile bright. Stop by and meet the friendly staff at Teal Dentistry and let them brighten your smile. Teal Dentistry, 927 South Main Street in Malvern, or call for an appointment, 501-337-9559.
We welcome you back to Beaver Stadium here in Glen Rose. Start of the second quarter, Leopards leading Glen Rose 7-0. Will be 1st and 10 for the Beavers from the 49-yard line. Got a bunch formation here. Got a split out to the left, up, back, 2 backs in the backfield. Quarterback keep up the middle, fakes the give. He's going to be hit and dropped after a gain of 2 or 3.
And it looks like it's going to be number 43. We got to remember Aiden Richardson. Yeah, and we had mentioned Aiden before. A lot of, whenever high school is an interesting sport because you have graduation every year, and so of course Aiden had some significant playing time last year, but probably getting thrust more into a full-time starter role this year.
2nd and 8 for Glen Rose. Receiver split out to the right, tied in, and up back to the left side. 2 backs in the backfield to each side of the quarterback. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Got a man to the outside, but it is, almost intercepted by Dante Reed, who had a better play on it than the receiver.
Yeah, and actually the wide receiver there did a great job of turning himself into a cornerback because Dante, who plays wide receiver for us, he's our leading returning wide receiver. That was an easy interception if the wide receiver doesn't slap it away. The receiver was not even trying to catch the ball. He was just trying to prevent Dante from catching the ball.
I tell you what, though, don't be surprised if they don't go back to that play, Ben. They had 2 guys running down the middle of the field with only 1 Leopard there to defend it, and we're very lucky that they threw it to our 1 guy.
And honestly, if he leaves that guy more out, then he was open. He just led him right to the safety.
3rd and 8 here, looking to throw. Lanius moving up in the pocket, going to throw it out to his tailback. That ball hit the ground.
It sure absolutely hit the ground.
That is atrocious. It's going to be 4th down anyway, but wow.
It absolutely bounced. There's no question about it.
That was,
And I'm pretty sure that it was a forward pass. I mean,
he hadn't crossed the line of scrimmage, but it wouldn't matter.
But you got an opportunity here. You stop them on 4th and 4, and we'll take the ball and go. Try to go down the field 55 yards.
Will be 4th and 4. Glen Rose comes out showing what could be a punt formation. And it looks like they will punt.
Not a good punt.
No, shanked off. Looks like it's going to bound
Get
down,
out of the way.
Gets a Glen Rose bounce down inside the 25. Going to be down around the 23-yard line, it looks like. Leopards will take over from there.
So we played just a little bit over a quarter right now, and The defenses have clearly kind of set the tone for the game. You just wonder. Now, Glen Rose has taken more shots down the field than we have. Most of our passes have been those quick hitters down the seams. We've seen one completed to Martin. We've seen one where we tried to hit Braxton. You just wonder at some point, because Cedric has a big arm, if we're going to try to loosen things up a little bit with a deep route.
Catch him off guard a little bit. Leopards will come to the line. Like we said, looks like it'd be the 22-yard line, 1st and 10. Trips right, split left. Carradine to the left of Simmons. Snap, fakes the give to Carradine, looking to throw. Seam route down the middle. Carter Martin unable to bring it in. He's hit pretty good going across the middle.
Yeah, it looked like 2 guys actually sandwiched him there when he was trying to catch the football. Looked like, and again, that's a play we may go back to, because I think Dante was coming back across on a crossing route, and he looked like he had some green space in front of him.
Yeah, that was a how brave are you, Carter Martin, right there. Full extension, guy coming at your back and a guy coming at your front.
And to his credit, he went for it.
He did go for it. Trips right, split left. Snap is to Simmons, looking to throw now, takes off. Going to be hit. Dropped after a short gain, looks like maybe 2 yards. Going to bring up 3rd and 8 for the Leopards.
You know, you hate to keep beating a dead horse, but it's just really impressive how these defensive lines, I mean, the line of scrimmage did not move one way or the other right there, which is, in that particular situation, the defense probably wasn't trying to get upfield, so they just held their ground. It's really impressive the way these defensive fronts are playing.
Will be 3rd and 8 from the 24-yard line. Leopards come to the line. Twins right, split left. Asher the up back on the left side. Carradine to the left of Simmons. Fakes the give to Carradine. Looks to throw. Fade route to Dante Reed. Going to be a little bit out of his reach. That'll bring up 4th and 8 for the Leopards.
And there was that shot down the field. And Dante's making a little bit of an adjustment this year. He played mostly in the slot last year. Of course, you had Christian Warren, who was a phenomenal athlete, 6 feet, could really jump, go up and get it. You had Dallas Lewis, who was well over 6 feet, who could go up and get it. And so Dante's moving out, and he's going to be running a lot more of those fly routes this year.
And now he drops back into punt formation for the Leopards. 4th and 8 from the 24-yard line. Leopards showing punt. Simmons running onto the field late, though.
And we're probably not getting this one off. We're going to call timeout.
Will be timeout, Malvern. We'll take it with them. We'll be back after this. Malvern leads Glen Rose 7-0, 9:29 left in the 2nd quarter.
Welcome to Larry's.
Hey guys, my name is Garrett. I've been coming to Larry's Pizza here in Malvern ever since it opened. My favorite is baked potato, chicken honey mustard. I love it. Come on down to Larry's.
It's so good you don't even know.
Larry's Pizza has buffet Tuesday and Friday nights starting at 5 p.m. Call us here at Larry's Pizza for all your specialty and game day pizza needs.
We want the Malvern Leopards to have a successful football season.
Go Leopards!
Welcome you back to Beaver Stadium here in Glen Rose, Arkansas in the Brick Bowl, the battle of 2 Hot Spring County teams. Malvern leading Glen Rose 7-0, 9:29 left in the 2nd quarter. Dante Reed back to punt for the Leopards. 4th and 8 from their own 24-yard line. Snap is away, it's a good one. Punt is up, it's off the side of his foot. Hits at the 40, bounces forward a little bit. Glen Rose will take over with good field position. Looks like 42-yard line.
And it's amazing. Both teams have had phenomenal field position throughout this entire game, and they just can't get any momentum going. It just seems like every possession seems to be starting around midfield.
Yeah.
No matter what. I mean, because a lot of it is they're going for it on 4th down, and we're getting turnover on 4th downs. We're seeing some bad punts, and it's just being played between the 35s almost the entire game.
Glen Rose takes over from the 42-yard line, 1st and 10. Twins right, split left, up back on the right side. Tailback to the left of Lanius. Here's the snap. Fakes the give, quarterback keeps, and he's going to lose a couple.
Lanius on the keeper.
Brought down by, I believe, East and West.
West on the tackle for the Leopards.
Yeah, I was talking to Coach Plumley earlier today, and he's convinced that he thinks there's a great chance. Glen Rose, their conference kind of got mangled up a little bit. They're in a different conference. They were 7-0 last year, won their conference. They're in a conference now with Prescott. Coach Plumlee thinks it's very possible that they finish 1-2 in their conference and they see each other in the finals of 3A. That's how good Glen Rose is.
Snap, a little bit messed up. It's going to be a fade route down the left side. Got a man, he makes the catch, and he will score. Snap was a little bit mishandled, but Lanius did a nice job of bringing it back in and settling it. Dalen Ross was in coverage and just over his fingertips. Nice toe tap there by the receiver to stay in bounds.
Yeah, Dalen got his feet tangled up a little bit. He actually was not in bad position, but he was trying to turn and get, and you know, sometimes when you don't know where you're going, but the wide receiver knows where he's going, it makes it easy for the defensive back to kind of get toe tangled, and that's kind of what happened to Dalen right there.
A little toe tangle. On for the extra point. Snap's good, holds down, kick is up. And it is good. So with 8:40 left in the second quarter, it'll be Malvern 7, Glen Rose 7. We'll be back after this. We welcome you back into Beaver Stadium, Glen Rose, Arkansas. 8:40 left in the first half. Glen Rose has just tied the ball game 7-7 here in the Brick Bowl.
And this is kind of what you expect. You know, I mean, everybody was kind of anticipating this being a close ball game. You've got a Malvern who's a team on the rise. I mean, I think most people kind of recognize that the talent level is starting to kind of influx into the high school right now. And you've got Glen Rose, who's an established 3A power, really. I mean, if you want to look at it from that perspective. And so you've got a 4A team that's in the process of coming up to be a power, and you've got an existing 3A power. It's usually going to make for a pretty good football game.
Will be Bud Johnson and Jacoby Hart back deep for the Leopards. Kick is off. It's going to be a sky kick down to about the 40-yard line. Going to be caught and slid down on.
I can't see a number.
I believe it's 28, which is Tyler Golden. Nice job by him. Leopards are going to take over on the 43-yard line.
And another thing that helps the field position is when both teams sky kick to start, your possession is, you know, the ball goes probably higher than it goes far.
Yeah, and that, so, you know, Ben, that one, there was a little bit of a hole there, and I just can't help but wonder if they weren't seeing if they could place it there, catch Malvern by surprise.
Little 9-iron shot and try to draw it back.
Now you're talking my language. Undefeated golf season we got going right now. We got twins right, split left. Asher the up back on the right side. Tailback to the left of Simmons. Give is to Relaford. He's got plenty of room up the middle, and he could be gone. One man to beat, he does. He's at the 10, the 5, touchdown, Leopards, Malik Relaford.
I'll tell you what, and that's another example of they're probably not looking for that because he's not one of the guys that they probably scouted to play a lot of running back. You expect Keith, if Keith's back there, you're keying on Keith, or if Jacoby's back there, you're keying on Jacoby. But Malik's known to be a defensive player. That's kind of his deal. And they put him in here, they run that play around. They're not keying on him. Boom, big hole, well blocked.
It was the proverbial parting of the Red Sea.
You got to give the offensive line some love when they open a hole like that.
Carter Martin into hole.
Oh, the Red Sea, that's good.
I hear you. Snap is held. It's just missed by Glen Rose, but they got the kick away, and Rodea makes it. It will be Malvern 14, Glen Rose 7, 8:29 left in the second quarter. We'll be back after this.
Identity, the indicating factor of who or what someone is. Every day is a new chance to discover who I am, who I will become, and what will become of my future. The moment you realize that pride plus loyalty equals success, and that it takes hard work to be the best, something magical happens. To be a Malvern Leopard is to be a scientist, an artist, an engineer, an athlete, and a leader. My identity is clear. I am a Malvern Leopard.
Welcome you back to Beaver Stadium. Leopards just retook the lead in the Brick Bowl, 14-7, 8:29 left in the second quarter. Rodea's kick is away. It's a pretty good one.
It's the best one of the night.
Fielded around the 20-yard line. A little bit of room to run. Breaks the tackle, now into the middle of the field. And once again, Glen Rose are going to be starting near midfield.
Even when you get a good kick, you know, it seems like that's just the way this game's going to be meant to play tonight. And thankfully for both teams, both teams are starting to, they've started the year strong with their defense. It'll be interesting to see if Glen Rose tries to counter with a little wrinkle of their own to throw us off guard.
Glen Rose coming off their biggest play of the night, the fade route down the left side for the touchdown. We'll see how they respond after the Leopards quickly retook the lead. 1st and 10 from the 49-yard line. Lanius brings his team to the line.
Interestingly enough, we haven't seen a lot of Ethan Taylor for Glen Rose, and we haven't seen a lot of Cedric's running for us. I wonder if both teams are – just want to make sure we're healthy for conference play.
Here's the snap give is to Taylor. A little bit of spoiler alert. He's going to be hit by Bud. Bud hangs on until help gets there, and it's going to be a gain of 1 for Taylor.
And what a great job by the second level coming up. The first level, the defensive line did a great job of stopping him at the point of attack, but you almost got the feeling he was going to break free. But you saw those linebacker safeties come in and knock him dead to rights. Very small gain.
2nd and 1. I mean, 2nd and 9 after a gain of 1. My fault. Still getting the kinks worked out. 50-yard line here for the Beavers. Going to have twins left. Tight end to the right. Split back over him. Taylor to the left of Lanius. He's trying to send Taylor in motion. I don't think he was kicking up on it. Lanius looks to throw. Got a little bit of an out route here, and that was a tremendous catch there by the receiver. Goes up and gets it. Tremendous field presence and taps that toe.
You know, it was a great catch. It was also a really good throw because, you know, Dalen's not bad coverage, but he had to make a very precise cut. The throw had to be timed perfectly because if he waits, Dalen gets there and knocks the ball away. So that's sometimes when you have a wide receiver and a quarterback, do everything right. There's nothing you can do.
Will be 1st and 10 for Glen Rose. 35-yard line. Twins right, split left, up back on the right side. Taylor to the left of Lanius. Here's the snap. Looking to throw. Pocket collapses on him, and he's going to be dropped for a loss.
That's Jabri.
We got a flag.
Well, I don't know what that's going to be.
Well, it's from the guy who hasn't made a positive call for us all night. I know that.
Once again, though, you see really good pressure, and it's coming from what I like.
Sideline warning.
What I like is we're getting a lot of different names. I mean, we're not relying on any one player. We've called East and West. We've called Isaiah Beard. We've called TreSean Moorman, who's the isolated player of the game. We've called Jabri Artist. We've called Aiden Richardson. So it's good when you're getting a lot of production from a lot of different positions because that means that there are not a lot of holes for people to exploit.
2nd and 10 now after that play. It was a sideline warning on the flag. Going to be twins right, split left. Sideline warning for Glen Rose, it is. Up back on the right side. Here's the snap. Lanius looking to throw. Got a man across the middle, wide open. And Dante Reed, almost makes a tremendous interception. Great recovery because that guy was running by himself, Ben.
He was, but, you know, when you have to lay it out there, we had really good pursuit back there. We had 2 guys closing in pretty good. Let's give a shout-out to Isaiah Beard. He forced him to throw that in the air a little bit because if there's no pressure, that ball probably is a little flatter.
Yeah.
It's coming in there a little faster. So you almost want to give Isaiah Beard credit for that pass breakup because they forced him to put a little more air under the ball by being right there in his grill.
Definitely one that Lanius is going to look back on and wish he had another opportunity at.
He's going to wish he didn't have Isaiah in his chest, probably.
There you go. Twins right, split left, up back on the right side. Lanius on the snap. Fields it, going to be a quick little bubble screen out there, eludes the first man, and then is hit and driven backwards by Bud Johnson. That was just a tremendous form tackle.
Yeah, I want to make a correction. That was actually TreSean Moorman, our isolated player of the game. I was 52, not 42. But yeah, so
there you go.
Bud's a guy that is.
Here's a guy.
Let me get what I'm getting at. He's a big time athlete. He's fast, but he loves contact.
Yeah,
he loves contact. And when you can get secondary guys that love contact and have speed, and he's really intelligent, you put those things together, and you have a pretty good player right there.
4th and 6 for the Beavers. Twins right, split left. Lanius looking to throw. Quick slant. Got a man. Flag flies.
I don't know what that's going to be because nobody touched him. Unless we grabbed him before the route. You know, that may be a holding type deal on us, I would imagine. I can't imagine he would be calling a penalty on the offense from way back there.
I don't have a clue what he could be calling. They're saying decline.
Holding, yeah.
Holding. I don't know how you held there, Ben. The receiver who made the catch there was nobody that touched him.
What I will tell you is we held very poorly.
Yeah, I don't. That was a phantom call there. But it wouldn't have mattered. It was going to be a first down anyway.
He was wide open, so if we're going to hold, we need to do a better job.
If you're going to foul, you better foul hard,
that's right.
son.
That's for those of us that grew up watching 90s basketball. No cheap fouls.
There you go. First and 10 for Glen Rose, 20-yard line. Sends a man in motion. Lanius looking to run. Got a little bit of room up the middle. Still running. He's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Glen Rose.
And I'm going to tell you, if you go back and you look at the numbers from last year, their running backs averaged 1.6 yards per carry. 1.6. That's how good our defensive line did against, and our front seven did against their running backs. Lanius had, what, 2/3 of their rushing yards from the quarterback position. And I think we're kind of seeing a repeat of that this year.
Here's the snap. Hold down. Kick is away. And it is good. With 6:19 left in the second quarter, Glen Rose 14, Malvern 14. We'll be back after this. We welcome you back to Beaver Stadium, Glen Rose, Arkansas. Glen Rose just scored to tie up the Brick Bowl, 14-14. 6:19 left in the second quarter. Malvern gets ready to take over again.
You know, and we like to call a lot of boxing metaphors. We're about in round 4 and 5, and they're starting to throw the big body shots right now.
Onside kick right up the middle. Ball still on the ground. It will be fielded by Malvern eventually, thank goodness. But I do think they caught Malvern off guard there.
And I'm going to tell you what, if we can figure out who came up with that, I think it's a single-digit number. But he actually did a pretty good job of grabbing that because the ball took a big hop. It's like one of those bad baseball hops. It caught up on him, and
Dante Reed.
So that was actually, he did a really good job of playing that bad hop. The funny thing about the oblong ball is it bounces weird.
Well, I've been around long enough and coached enough soccer games that I've seen a round ball bounce weird too. So
they can
just never know.
They can put that funny spin on it, you know, like a pool ball.
A little bit of football with a U instead of the 2 O's. Simmons brings his team out. Got twins left, split right. Asher the up back on the left side will be Carradine to the right of Simmons.
We got Bud in the slot. This would be an interesting thing if he ran a deep seam right here.
Snap, give it to Carradine. He's hitting the backfield, but breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle. Still breaking tackles, and put it on a broken record. Another tremendous no gain to 1 yard gain there by Carradine.
There are so many similarities between Keith Carradine and Jamari McCollum. Jamari, I think, was a little bigger, but when you look at the shape, when you look at their ability they're so low to the ground, the center of gravity, their ability to break tackles, there's a lot of similarities, I think, between Jamari McCollum, who was one of our better backs in the 2000s, and Keith Carradine Jr.
Second down and 9. Here's the snap. Simmons looking to run on the left side. Got a little bit of room, cuts it up, hits a man, falls forward. Going to be a gain of 3 there, it looks like. Probably going to be around a 3rd and 6 for the Leopards.
Fletcher on the tackle for the Beavers.
You know, every time Cedric turns upfield, you kind of catch your breath a little bit because you're like, he's just one little sliver of daylight away from breaking it. You know, every time he turns those shoulders and heads towards the end zone, you think he might make it.
3rd and 6 from the 36-yard line for the Leopards. 5 minutes left in the half. Twins right, twins left. Asher the up back on the right side.
One-on-one on the outside with Dante Reed.
Simmons takes the snap, looks to throw. He is looking for Dante. Fade route down the right side, and he's got him. Big-time play there by Dante Reed. What a catch down to the 31-yard line. First down, Leopards.
Nothing makes a color commentator feel good better than getting the play right before the play is called.
All right, Tony Romo.
Well, Tony Romo here.
It just felt like a time when you might take a shot. You had one-on-one coverage. There was not going to be any help from the center of the field. They just weren't going to get there in time. Felt like a great opportunity.
Dante did a nice job of getting in close with him and getting a little bit of a shove to get separation, too. Got a receiver split to each side. 2 up backs to the left side. Looks like Simmons is looking to call timeout. We think that is the Leopards' second timeout. If they got the one back, we will keep you up to date. It should be their second. With 4:27 left in the half, Glen Rose 14, Malvern 14. We'll be back after this. Oh, we welcome you back into Beaver Stadium, Glen Rose, Arkansas. 4:27 left in the half. 1st and 10 for the Leopards.
Looks like Braxton Allen's got one-on-one coverage on the far outside.
High snap fielded by Simmons. Give is to Relaford, bouncing off the left side.
There he
Still
goes.
going. And breaking tackles all the way down inside the 20-yard line down to the 17, it looks like. First down, Leopards.
And I tell you what, that may be his second carry of the game. I don't remember him getting more than that carry in the long touchdown run.
You're saying he's got a good
and
average.
I'm saying that he's going to have a really, really strong yards per carry average going into halftime, it looks like.
Going to be first and 10 from the 17-yard line, or 16-yard line, my apologies. Receiver split to each side, tight end and up back on the right side. Give is to Hart up the middle, bounces off of a man still rolling. Gets forward, going to be a nice gain on first down.
Let me tell you what you love about Jacoby is the intensity. He doesn't take plays off. He looks for contact. He enjoys the contact. And there's not a lot of running backs that just look for contact. But Jacoby's one of those guys. That's the safety coming out in him, I think.
Kind of reminds you of his older brother in the way he used to run it.
Yeah, he ran downhill.
A little bit. Receiver split to each side for the Leopards. Tight end on the right, up back to the left. Will be Hart to the right of Simmons. Give is to Hart, looking for room up the middle. Not a lot there, still fighting. Going to be no gain there. Going to be now 3rd and 3, I believe, for the Leopards.
We'll bring up 3rd down.
Well, you can kind of feel both teams. You got a time situation here. You would like to get this down, if you could, under a minute, but I think we're so close. I don't know that we're going to be able to milk a whole lot of time either way. We would have to get a first down without getting a touchdown in order to do that.
I think we'll take a score any way we can possibly take it. 3rd and 3 here, 9 on the play clock. Receiver split to each side, tight end to the right. Asher up back on the left. Hart will be to the left of Simmons. 2 on the play clock. Does get the snap away, looking for the fade route to Braxton Allen. He goes up, and it is knocked away. Going to bring up a 4th and 3 for the Leopards.
That's really good defense. They both went up for it, and cornerback did a real good job of getting his hands on it, but that's something you can do when you got a kid that's 6'3", 6'4", whatever Braxton is, and you can take a shot at that pylon. It's a pretty low-risk play because the odds are that the corner's not going to intercept it.
Well, the corner bailed pretty quickly, actually. I think Simmons would like to have that one back for a little back shoulder or a quick hitter. Going to be twins right, split left. East and west is the tight end on the right. Asher the up back. Simmons alone in the backfield. 3 seconds on the play clock. Simmons takes the snap looking to run. Not a lot there. It's going to be a turnover on downs for Glen Rose.
On the carry will be stopped by the Leopards on 4th down.
Big time stop by the Glen Rose defense there.
By the Beaver.
Yeah, I mean, I tell you, it's one of those. You don't want to say that at this point the defenses are winning, because in this quarter it seems the offenses have moved the ball, but both defenses have made big plays and big opportunities, and seems like both offenses are kind of giving their best shot right now. They're not. They've taken the kid gloves off and they're going for broke.
I will say, if there is a positive, it'll be the worst starting field position for Glen Rose tonight. They will be taking over on the 11-yard line. 2:55 left in the half. Got it back to each side of Lanius.
We're not even turning around looking at the play here.
Here's the snap. Give is to the tailback up the right side. He's got plenty of room to run. Big gain on first down all the way down to the 25-yard line.
Yeah, we were not quite prepared. We had guys looking at the sideline when the snap came in.
Beard with a little bit of sportsmanship there, fixing the pads of the tailback. Hot Spring County hospitality.
Which, you know, when you want the clock to run, you might want to let them take their own time to do that.
I hear you. Back to each side. Alanius brings a man in motion. It is the up back. Here's the snap. Give this to the tailback. He's going to be hit and dropped in the backfield.
Way back in the backfield.
Big time play by Charles Sanders. And we've got an injured player. We will be back after a word from our sponsors. Malvern Glen Rose tied at 14, 2:26 left.
Farmers Bank and Trust is proud to bring you Kasasa. What's Kasasa? It's an easy way to earn cash, no talent necessary. It's like a participation trophy that's actually worth something. You do everyday things, we reward you in cash each month. That's free Kasasa checking. Ask for free Kasasa checking at Farmers Bank and Trust.
Welcome you back to Beaver Stadium. It's going to be a 2nd down and 15 here for Glen Rose. Fumbles the snap by Lanius, has to just fall on it. Going to be another big loss for Glen Rose here.
And let's go back to the play, the big play by C.J. Sanders or Charles Sanders, the play before. Interesting guy. He was in the school district for a long time, went out and moved out to San Diego with some family for a year, came back bigger, stronger, and they said that he's really been working hard in the weight room. And look, I mean, he has. You can see the mass that he's added to his body, and it's good weight.
3rd and 26 for Glen Rose as it is on the 8-yard line. Lanius has twins right, split left, up back on the right side, tailback to the right of Lanius. They are running the play clock all the way down, probably going to take a timeout here. 1:32 left in the half. Glen Rose and Malvern knotted at 14. We'll be back for more Brick Bowl coverage after this. Apologize to Larry's Pizza. We'll hear more from them in a minute. It will be 3rd and 26 for Glen Rose. Here's the snap. Looking for a fade route down the left side. Good coverage, but an even better go up and catch there by that receiver. Flag is down. Could go either way.
I got to believe this is going to be offensive pass interference because it looked like he used his hands on top of our Dalen's shoulder pads to get air. So if that's the case, that could actually be offensive pass interference. I don't know what Dalen did wrong. I'm anticipating this being offensive, but they're letting them step up.
Remember where you are. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and tell you.
I'm really shocked at that. It looked like he pushed off on Dalen to go up and get it.
That's Malik, by the way.
Malik, yeah.
Twins left, slot back to the right. Lanius takes the snap, looking to throw. Got a man in his face, breaks the tackle. Now still keeps his eyes downfield. Another good catch there. Same receiver. I'm sorry I don't have his name, but he's having a heck of a half. Number 10 for Glen Rose.
And I'm going to tell you, we got a senior quarterback out of Glen Rose, Wesley Lanius. Very, very savvy guy, tough guy. And he's just, that's a senior quarterback making a play because he had every opportunity to go down, to throw it away, but he bought some time and made a play to get a first down.
Under a minute here, clock running down to about 50 seconds. Twins right, tight end on the left for Glen Rose. Lanius takes the ball, looking to throw, got a man wide open and overthrows him on what would have been a walk-in touchdown for Glen Rose.
Lanius' pass to Carter incomplete.
And so we actually went from a situation where Glen Rose was in a danger zone. They had 3rd and
26.
3rd and from here to Malvern, right, over here with like 3 minutes left to go on the clock or whatever, minute and a half, whatever it was. I don't remember. But the point of the fact is that if we get a stop, they're punting to us. We're getting the ball probably about the 40-yard line, and we got plenty of time to score. Now, as it is, they got the ball on the other side of midfield with 40 seconds left. So now we're under the 8 ball.
Ball on the 46, 42.4 seconds left. It will be 2nd and 10 for Glen Rose. Here's the snap. That's a little give pass there. They got a man. He's running down inside the 20. Nice little trick play there for Glen Rose. They're going to be inside the red zone with 35.6 seconds left. And it will be a timeout by Glen Rose. Malvern has a player down as well. 35.6 left in the half. Glen Rose threatening. 14-14 here in the Brick Bowl. We'll be back after this.
Welcome to Larry's.
Hey guys, my name is Garrett. I've been coming to Larry's Pizza here in Malvern ever since it opened. My favorite is baked potato, chicken honey mustard. I love it. Come on down to Larry's.
It's so good you don't even know.
Larry's Pizza has buffet Tuesday and Friday nights starting at 5 p.m. Call us here at Larry's Pizza for all your specialty and game day pizza needs.
We want the Malvern Leopards to have a successful football season.
Go Leopards!
Bud Johnson was the Leopard who was down. It appears to just be a cramp, which is a positive for Malvern. But Glen Rose threatening here down inside the 20-yard line, 1st and 10. Clock rolling. Here's the snap. Lanius looking to throw, going back to his favorite target. And he's got him again.
Why does the clock stop?
The
only way it would stop is if it's a first down, and it looks like it's close.
But the one thing I can tell you can tell this is not just a normal game because most teams will not use their special trick plays like that on week 1. They want to save those for the conference play because that's something that's on film, but this is not a regular game for anybody.
Yep, timeout. Glen Rose will take it with them. 23 seconds left in the half, 14-14. 23.1 seconds left. First and goal for Glen Rose. Lanius takes the snap, rolling right. It is a give, and actually he, thankfully, on the give, slips up and takes the knee. So it will be a loss for Glen Rose, and yet another timeout.
How many timeouts? That's the last.
That's got to be the last timeout on what could have been a million. So we'll take it with them. 16.5 seconds left. 14-14. We'll be back after this. And we welcome you back, Beaver Stadium, Glen Rose, Arkansas. Game tied 14-14, 16.5 seconds left. It's going to be second and goal, but after a big loss on first down, ball is going to be on the 14-yard line.
There's a real opportunity for somebody on that Malvern Leopard defense to make a big play. This is a kind of a defining moment. Huge play right before half.
Taylor goes in motion. Lanius rolls right. It's going to be a screen back. Well covered by Easton West. He was all over it. Incomplete pass there. Going to be now third and goal from the 14-yard line.
And I'm going to tell you what, that was dangerous for Glen Rose because that very easily could have been an interception. And if it's a foot race, there's nothing but green. That was a curious call, I would say, right here.
Yeah, they're trying to roll that action away, make everybody think we're going right, and then dump it back left. But Easton did a tremendous job of staying home. Third and goal, like we said, from the 14-yard line. Lanius brings his team to the line. Going to be twins left, tied in and up back on the right. Taylor on the left of Lanius. Lanius takes the snap, looking to throw to his favorite receiver, and he has him. Great position there by the Leopards, but just unable to locate the ball. And number 10 for Glen Rose continues to add to what is a stellar first half. Touchdown Beavers.
You hit the nail on the head. We had 3 guys right there in the area. You know, when I saw the ball in the air and your eye kind of naturally tracks to where it's going, you think we're going to knock that down. But it just kind of wove its way through. We had 3 guys in the area. I don't think they were looking at the ball. I think they didn't know that the ball was going to be coming in that quickly, and it found a Glen Rose wide receiver.
Extra point tries. Bobbled. Ball is on the ground. He will be hit and dropped. Positive there for the Leopards. Bud on the tackle. So with 8.4 seconds left in the half, Glen Rose leads 20-14. We'll be back after this.
Dedication, the quality of being devoted or committed to something. As a member of the Leopard Marching Band, we learn more than how to play an instrument or march. We learn the importance of responsibility and hard work. We know that every beat has a purpose, and it takes each of us to bring the music to life. We are a family. We are the sound of Clubman Stadium. We are the Malvern Leopard Marching Band, and together we bring the music to life.
We welcome you back into Beaver Stadium, Glen Rose, Arkansas. 8 seconds left in the first half. Glen Rose just took its first lead of the game, 20-14 on the Leopards as they get set to kick the ball away. Last 2 have been onside kick attempts. We'll see what they do here. Another onside up the middle, and it is going to be fielded by the Leopards, but man, Glen Rose was charging hard there.
So here's the question you have. You got 7.9 seconds, 55 yards to go. Do you take a knee? Do you take a shot? I mean, you got a guy with a big arm. You've got multiple guys that can make plays after the catch. Do you take a shot or do you take a knee and regroup?
Well, Ben, you know, to quote a famous Razorback, his end didn't turn too well, but I believe he said, "We didn't come to paint." So hopefully we didn't come to paint either. But you know, I would understand either way. Simmons leads his team out. 7.9 seconds left on the clock. Glen Rose leading Malvern 20-14. Going to be twins right, split left. Asher the up back on the left side. Keith Carradine to the left of Simmons. Here's the snap. Give is to Carradine. Breaks first tackle and is not able to elude the second one. He's going to be hit and dropped for a short loss on what will be the last play of the first half. Exciting stuff here in Glen Rose for the Brick Bowl. Glen Rose leads 20-14. We'll be back with more after a message from our sponsors.
Orange Outdoor is ready to serve your outdoor needs at both their Hot Springs and Malvern locations. Orange carries the #1 tractor brand in the world, Mahindra, as well as tractors by Coyote, John Deere, Kubota, LT, and Massey Ferguson. For your residential lawn needs, Orange carries zero-turn mowers by Hustler and Spartan. Horn also carries a full line of outdoor power tools. For all of your outdoor needs, visit Horns at 3505 North Highway 171 in Malvern or at 3034 Albert Pike in Hot Springs.
Welcome you back into Beaver Stadium here at Glen Rose, Arkansas, as we get ready to start the second half. Glen Rose leading Malvern 20-14. If you're just joining us, I do apologize if we're going in and out. We are having a little bit of issues with internet and connection, so we're doing our best on our end to continue to bring the most live action that we can. But you know, sometimes things don't cooperate for us. So.
And we're going to get a chance to start with the ball, and you know, if you're behind, it's always nice to start with the ball in the second half.
You know, generally I like to start with the ball anyway. You know, just if I can get it both halves, that's great too. You know,
that usually is going to require a mistake when they talk to the referees.
Yeah, I hear you. Well, Glen Rose has tried the onside kick past 3 times and have got close to getting it. Does look like more of a hands-friendly type team up for Malvern as we get ready to kick off the second half. Hart and Bud back deep for Malvern. Here is the kick. It is a squibbler up the middle. Will be dropped and fielded by Dante Reed. Just kind of falls on it right around the 27-yard line. Malvern will take over right there, 1st and 10.
Well, here we go. We're going to find out what adjustments were made on, I guess, on both sides of the ball, and it looks like actually both sides need to make some adjustments on the defensive end, as it turns out, because most of the offense took place in the second quarter. So it'll be very interesting to see what we do. But Malvern's a little bit behind the 8 ball. You don't want to fall behind 2 scores on the road. So you'd like to go ahead and take the lead on this opening drive right here.
First halftime's always nice. At other games you have film to prepare. This one's all kind of on past film and just tendencies. So first real chance to kind of see it and make adjustments to it. Said leads his team out. Twins right, split left. Will be Relaford in the backfield with him as a lead blocker. Simmons looking to run around the left side. Has a little bit of room. Going to be brought down after a good gain on first down around the 33-yard line. Have a Leopard slow to get up, but looks like he will be okay.
You know, and we wondered if maybe Cedric would be a little bit more part of the offense as far as the rushing game was concerned. And what do? We come off right out of the gate and run Cedric off tackle.
2nd and 5 for the Leopards from the 33-yard line. Twins right, Twins left. Will be Hart to the left of Simmons. Here's the snap. Simmons looking to pop screen out to Braxton Allen. Makes the catch, looking for room to run, and there's none there. Looks like it will be a no gain there. 3rd and 5 for the Leopards.
That was defensed really well, but you almost wonder if in a situation like that, because we know that's not Braxton's strength. Braxton's strength is not going to be to catch a bubble and then go with it. Braxton's strength is going to be to catch the ball over other people down the field. You wonder if that might be trying to set something up for later on, suck those safeties in, and we wheel somebody behind deep maybe.
Same formation, Twins to both sides. 3rd and 5 from the 33. Simmons takes the pass, looking to throw downfield for Braxton Allen, and that is absolutely going to be pass interference as he is clothesline trying to go back for the ball.
You know, and sometimes you get in a situation where that obviously was not Cedric's best throw, but the fact that he underthrew it was a big benefit to us because it causes our wide receiver to stop. Their corner continues to run, and it's no fault of the cornerback, but he can't help but create a pass interference situation. And, you know, that's one of those, you know, sometimes a missed throw turns out to be a beautiful back shoulder throw. You just never know, but that's a case where underthrowing it actually played into our hands a little bit.
Strategic underthrow, I like it. Twins left, split right. Asher the back on the left side. Will be Relaford to the right of Simmons. He will take the carry up the middle. Going to be a short gain, looks like about 2, down to just short of the 45-yard line.
We're going to kill that yards per carry average for Malik there.
If you just joined us, he was 2 carries for 72 yards in the first half with a touchdown. That's his first carry of the second half.
But you could tell that probably is an adjustment that Glen Rose made. I mean, they know that he is definitely a threat to take the football a long way.
2nd and 8 here. Twins right, split left. Asher the up back. Here's the snap. Simmons gives to Carradine. Room to run. One more man to beat. He's into the open field. He's trying to split the safeties, unable to do it, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. Big carry for Carradine as he sees the most room he's had all night.
And we saw the best of Keith right there. He can cut on a dime, and it doesn't even look like a cut. From here, it looks like he's still running full speed. That's how well he can make a cut, but that was clearly a cut upfield. And the guy that was blitzing, it looked like they had maybe a corner blitz coming or a safety blitz coming off the edge, and he just had no time to react from Keith cutting back to the middle.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. Twins right, twins left. Said takes the snap, looking to throw. Out route to Malik Relaford. Makes the catch. He's inside the 15. Breaks a tackle. Breaks another tackle. Still going all the way down inside the 5, where it will be 1st and goal for the Leopards.
Malik's limping a little bit, but one of the things about Malik, and you know what, I had a great opportunity to watch these kids grow up from the time they got to the high school in the 9th grade to now. Malik's body is one that has really transformed into that of a man, and he has just, I mean, you saw him break the tackles right there. He is turned to 100% man.
That'll happen for me someday. Dante split out to the right, Braxton to the left. Asher the up back on the left. Carradine the lead blocker for Simmons. He runs around the end, got a little bit of room, reaches out, and it is touchdown Leopards, said Simmons on the carry.
And you can kind of see that we took the training wheels off, I think, a little bit with Cedric. We've made it a point of emphasis. We're going to try to win this game, and that's going to probably require Cedric to run a little bit more than he did in the first half.
That botch snap earlier on the Glen Rose extra point looms large here as Malvern has got Carter Martin ready to hold for the kick from Rodea with a chance to take the lead with 9:14 left in the 3rd quarter. Here's a snap, clean hold, kick is away, it's blocked. A little bit of a low kick, and Glen Rose is able to get a hand on it. Score will stay tied 20-20, 9:14 left in the 3rd quarter. We'll be back with more after this. Welcome you back to Glen Rose Beaver Stadium. Malvern takes the opening possession of the 2nd half. All the way down the field, punches it in and ties the ball game. Unfortunately, unable to convert the extra point that would have given them the lead.
Well, it's not a rivalry game without high drama. So you got to create the drama. And the best way to do that, I guess, is to not kick the go-ahead PAT.
Makes me wish we had sound effects. I'd have hit the Law and Order. Dun, dun.
Or the sad trombone. Wah, wah, wah. That'd be good.
Yeah, well. You know, Rodea sets the ball up, gets ready to kick it away as Glen Rose gets ready to have their first possession of the 2nd half. 9:14 left in the 3rd quarter. 20-20 if you're just joining us.
Let's see how Glen Rose responds and see if this gave our defense a boost there.
Kick is away. Will be fielded about the 24-yard line. Goods are right up the middle. Got a little bit of room to run. Now hit and start to be driven backwards. Gets just over the 40-yard line. Or it looks like it'll be right on the 40-yard line. Glen Rose will take over from there. 1st and 10. 9:06 left in the quarter.
You know, I think maybe a point of emphasis going into the next week is probably going to be kickoff coverage. We have not, when we have had a decent kick, when we've got the ball to about the 20-yard line or so, we haven't covered as well as you would like. And again, this is first game. There's a lot of things you're going to have to work on between now and conference, but I think that's probably going to be one we look at.
Yep, receiver split out wide to the right, tied in and up back to the left, back to each side of Lanius. Here's a snap, high snap, still on the ground. Lanius fields it, just tries to get upfield and does a good job to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I mean, he actually got, I think, a yard on the play.
Yep.
And that's just, you know, we've said it several times. He's a savvy player. He's got a lot of snaps under his belt, and you know that's one where a younger player may panic a little bit and create a really bad play.
Good composure. Same formation for Glen Rose. Will be 2nd and 9 from the 41-yard line. Here's the snap. Fakes the give to Taylor. Lanius will keep it, and he will be hit and dropped in the backfield. Impact player TreSean Moorman as well as Bud Johnson there to make the play for the Leopards.
You know, when you have guys like Jacoby Hart and Bud Johnson that can kind of play safety or linebacker, you can do a lot of different things. You can run a lot of different hybrids. You can blitz from a lot of different angles. And when you got a guy that can make that was a great angle. Bud just took a great angle to catch that guy. It's a big benefit for your defense.
3rd and 11 here from the 39-yard line. Lonnies takes the snap, rolls to the left, looking to throw. Got a man in the middle. He's going to be hit. Ball comes out after the big hit there by Reed and Hart. That'll bring up a big 4th and 11.
And we had a really good drive to start the game, and it was several plays. You know, it wasn't one big play. We had a game plan. We executed. We scored. Defense came out, did a really good job. We're probably on the verge of a 3 and out unless something crazy happens.
Chart says punt.
Maybe you start to take control of the game a little bit here.
Hart drops back deep to receive. Don't have anybody covered on the number 2 receiver, but Glen Rose still punts it away. Ball lands around the 30-yard line, fielded around the 25 by Hart. Breaks the first tackle. Now Rangel going to be dropped just short of the 40-yard line, probably around the 38-39. Well, Malvern will take over from there, 1st and 10.
You know, and that's a position where it's nice to have a senior like Jacoby Hart fielding the punt, because that can be a difficult situation when the ball bounces and you're wondering, do I need to field it and run? Do I need to let it go? And Jacoby's a guy who's he's actually a really good baseball player. Baseball players have to make isolated decisions all the time where it's on them. And so, you know, I don't know if that has anything to do with it or not, but to be put in those situations in the regular on the baseball diamond might help you out in a situation like that.
Said brings his team to the line. We're going to have twins left, twins right. 1st and 10 from the 39-yard line. Carradine to the right of Simmons. Here's the snap. Give is to Carradine, looking for room up the middle. He's going to be hit after a short game, but is able to fall forward and pick up about 4 on 1st down.
You know, one of the things that you got to have when you're a forward running back like Keith is you got to keep those feet chopping, keep the feet chopping. And that was one where he probably would have had 1 or 2 yards, but he kept moving those feet, driving, and ended up picking pretty good yards up on 1st down.
Little Greg Schiano, just keep chopping. Same formation, twins right, twins left, Carradine to the left of Simmons. Here's the snap, Simmons looking to throw, pop screen out to Bud Johnson, looking for room, not a lot there, going to pick up about 2 yards, where it will be 3rd and 4 for the Leopards from the 45-yard line.
And that was really well defended, but again, we've seen some of those real short passes to the outside wide receivers, and you got to wonder, maybe we're going to be doing a pump fake, chugging it down the field at some point.
Trips left, split right for the Leopards. Tries to get Glen Rose to jump, almost has him, but no call. It is Relaford to the left of Simmons, but the play clock is running down, and the Leopards are going to have to take their first time out. Upset, thinking Glen Rose jumped. No call. 6:22 left, 3rd quarter. Score tied 20-20. We'll be back after this. Welcome you back to Beaver Stadium here in Glen Rose. Brick Bowl tied 20-20. 6:22 left in the 3rd quarter. Leopards facing a 3rd and 4 from the 45-yard line. Going to be trips to the left, split right for the Leopards. Relaford's going to be to the left of Simmons. Here's the snap. Said looking to throw a little quick screen out there to Relaford. Got one man to beat for the first, and he does. Now he's breaking tackles up the field. Finally brought out of bounds just short of the 40-yard line. Looks like it's going to be about the 42.
You know, Malik is actually being recruited by several schools as a defensive player, but he's actually showing today that he's probably the best offensive weapon that we have on the team so far. I don't think we can understate the importance of this game in terms of the trajectory of this rivalry.
Yeah.
You know, we won last year. If we win this year, now it's a streak. And with the talent that we have coming up, you feel like you may actually take a stranglehold for a considerable while. It'd be really nice to win this one.
To quote Major League, it has happened before. Twins right, split left. Here's the snap. High snap fielded by Simmons. Hand off to Carradine, looking for space outside. He's got it. He's just sidestepping people all the way down. Big carry on 1st down.
You know, you look for one thing that Keith doesn't do well, and I don't know what it would be. You know, I mean, he's shifty. He can make you miss. He can run downhill. He can bowl over you. He really is kind of an all-purpose back. There's really nothing that he can't do. We've seen him catch the ball out of the backfield. Looks like we have a Glen Rose player down on the far side of the field.
And we will take a quick break. Hear from our sponsors. Brick Ball tied 20-20, 6:06 left in the third quarter. We'll be back.
Teal Dentistry is a proud supporter of Malvern Athletics. Doctors Jesse and Matt Teal provide a full family dentistry service. From checkups to cleanings to dentures, Teal Dentistry loves working with patients of all ages and strives to make every smile bright. Stop by and meet the friendly staff at Teal Dentistry and let them brighten your smile. Teal Dentistry, 927 South Main Street in Malvern, or call for an appointment, 501-337-9559.
Welcome you back into Beaver Stadium here in Glen Rose. If you're just now joining us, score is tied 20-20, 6:06 left in the third quarter. Leopards got a good drive going down into Glen Rose territory, facing a 2nd and short from the 34-yard line.
This would be an interesting time to go for the end zone because you would still have 3rd and short. We do have one-on-one coverage with Dante Reed on the far side of the field.
Twins right, split left. It is Keith to the left, looking to throw. Here is the one-on-one coverage. It's going to be a hold there by Glen Rose on what might have been a touchdown as Reed had beaten his man.
Yeah, if he doesn't grab him right there, that's 6. That's 6, and you could feel it. That was a really good situation to take a shot because you had man-to-man coverage with no help on the far side with your probably most dynamic wide receiver. Worst case scenario is it's incomplete, and you got 3rd and half a yard. So, that's a situation where Glen Rose is probably going to want to put some safety help because we've seen Dante do that now a couple of times in this game.
Dante comes off the field. He looks like he's cramping a little bit. After the penalty, ball will be down to the 19-yard line. Leopards will take over there, 1st and 10. Going to have Twins right, split left, Carradine to the right of Simmons. Here's the snap. Give is to Carradine, looking for room on the outside of the left. He's got some. Breaking tackles all the way down, close to the first down. Looks like he has about a gain of 10 there, down to the 9-yard line. Going to be close to see if it's 1st and goal or 2nd and short.
You know, a stat we don't keep up with in high school, but I would love to see it for Keith is yards after contact. Because he's getting hit in the backfield a lot, and he's just it's like a feather on a wisp of air. He just kind of bounces around and keeps moving, and it's almost like he doesn't get touched because he's just so easily flowing with what's given to him.
1st and goal from the 9-yard line. Twins right, split left. Ashley up back on the left. Here's the give to Carradine, looking for room. Cuts it back up to the center, and he's got room. Touchdown Leopards as they retake the lead with 5 minutes left in the third quarter.
And what a beautiful cut. You know, how many running backs have we seen with a lot of talent that you keep having to preach? You don't have to go outside. You don't have to go outside. Cut to the middle if it's there. Cut to the middle if it's there. Keith has always kind of had that innate ability and the trust to cut inside when he sees a hole.
Shout out to Coach P and his linemen opening up them holes tonight. Carter Martin on for the hold. Rodea gets set to kick. Here's the snap. It's down. Kick is away. And it is good with 5 minutes left in the third quarter. Malvern retakes the lead, 27-20. We'll be back after a word from our sponsors.
Farmers Bank and Trust is proud to bring you Kasasa. What's Kasasa? It's an easy way to earn cash, no talent necessary. It's like a participation trophy that's actually worth something. You do everyday things, we reward you in cash each month. That's free Kasasa checking. Ask for free Kasasa checking at Farmers Bank and Trust.
Welcome you back here to Beaver Stadium in Glen Rose. Leopards retake the lead, 27-20. 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Rodea comes out, gets his team ready to kick off. As Ben said, hopefully we see a little bit better coverage here. Had a few good kicks, but just really haven't been able to keep Glen Rose starting field position very far back yet.
And, you know, I know we've only played 7 minutes into this half, but it has been absolutely dominated by the Leopards to this point. Defensively, they had a 3-and-out. They've scored on their 2 offensive possessions. You feel like if you can get another 3-and-out, you can really kind of stomp on the throat a little bit and finish this thing out.
Rodea side kick looks like it's going to go out of bounds. And it was, yeah, that was, that may be a choice to kick again. as the ball sailed out of bounds around the 45-yard line. I'm going to guess we're going to back it up. We're probably going to be doing that kick again.
Yeah, I would imagine that's probably probably going to be the case. But at some point you just wonder if you're going to give them the ball at their 45 anyway, why not try the onside kick? You know what I mean?
Yeah, got to check the chart on that one. I don't know.
And now we're kind of playing circus ball with the football, but we're going to get it back on the tee now.
Maybe that's good. Maybe that's one of those that's oiled up real nice and good. I'm just kidding. Not seriously, we would not cheat. Rodea gets ready to kick it off again. This time, good kick. Going to be all the way down to about the 25-yard line. Fielded there from Glen Rose, working back to the center. Going to be hit and driven back around the 35-yard line. Better coverage there by the Leopards.
Much better coverage that time. And, you hate that we gave up 5 yards because they would be starting at about the 26, as opposed to the 31 or so.
35.
35?
Yep.
Wow, they got further than I thought. It's almost like I'm not here.
Glen Rose will have a 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line.
I don't know. A few more "here's a guy" references, and I'm going to be calling Collinsworth. Will be 1st and 10 for Glen Rose, starting at the 35.
He hasn't copyrighted that, has he?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think you're good. I think you're good. Going to be twins left, split right, up back to the left side. Back is to the right of Lanius. Here's the snap, give is to the back, up the middle. Going to be a flag thrown.
And who knows what that is? That could be anything from a face mask to a hold. We'll just have to wait and see.
Currently a gain of 5. We'll see what comes from the flag.
Looked like he pointed towards Glen Rose. I think they're going to back it up.
Area of a lot of times you see holding.
Yeah, you don't have to ask, Ralph. We're backing that bad boy up, I can promise you.
Do you want the 5-yard gain or do you want to back them up?
The ball is holding against the Beavers.
Holding on the Beavers. They tried to dam up that line.
The 28-yard line.
King of dad jokes.
So here we go. We got that number 10 out here on the outside. We do have possibly some safety help. Looks like we're in a cover 2 look.
Twins right, twins left. Up back to the right side. Lanius alone in the backfield. 1st and 17. Brings a man in motion. Here's the snap. Lanius looks to run. Ball's up in the air. It's caught on the run by East and West. Huge turnover there. Helmet placed right on the ball. Ball popped straight up in East and West. We got to tell them Bud was the one who caused it, and East and West on the recovery. Looks like Isaiah Beard is down for the Leopards. We'll let them check on him. We'll take a break. Leopards take over. Great field position. 4:28 left in the 3rd quarter, leading 27-20. We'll be back.
Dedication, the quality of being devoted or committed to something. As a member of the Leopard Marching Band, we learn more than how to play an instrument or march. We learn the importance of responsibility and hard work. We know that every beat has a purpose, and it takes each of us to bring the music to life. We are a family. We are the sound of Clubman Stadium. We are the Malvern Leopard Marching Band, and together we bring the music to life.
Welcome you back to Beaver Stadium here in Glen Rose. Absolutely huge play by Bud right there. Comes in, puts a helmet right on the ball, pops straight up. East and West is Johnny on the spot and gives Malvern great field position to really take a stranglehold on this game.
Yeah, and you feel like if we can punch this thing in right here, this could be a very deflating moment for a team that really was very confident coming into the football game.
Twins right, split left. Here's the snap. Give is to Caradine, looking for room to run. Not a lot there. He's going to fight back close to the line of scrimmage, but I'm going to go ahead and call it a loss of 1, where it'll be 2nd and 11 from the 31-yard line.
And you can see there was a different kind of intensity on the Glen Rose defense on that particular play than what we've seen up to this point. They may have been a little bit of chewing going on right there because you could actually see the speed increase with the intensity of the Glen Rose defense right there.
2nd and 11, 31-yard line, 3:51 left. Twins right, split left. Asher the up, back to the right. Back to the left of Simmons. Here's the snap, fakes the give to Caradine, looking to throw deep to Braxton Allen. It's a little bit overthrown, and Allen does a nice job to catch up to it and knock it away from the defender.
And when we talk about that back shoulder throw, that might have been one where that would have been a really nice placement. You throw it at the front pylon instead of the back pylon.
They're bailing on them quick. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised to see that soon.
Or even if you ran a deep dig, they're still backing up and you fire one in. But again, it's game one. There's a lot of things I'm sure that are not into the route trees. And
3rd and 11 from the 31-yard line. Twins right, split left. Asher the up back on the right. Simmons gives back to Malik Relaford. He's going to be hit and dropped in the backfield. Nice play by the Glen Rose defense there.
Yeah, that was really good discipline. We tried to catch him off guard, but he was that old boy stayed at home for sure.
Going to be 4th and long for the Leopards. Decision time. Where you are, you think you got to go for it unless you just really want to try a coffin corner and pin Glen Rose back deep. But I would assume probably going for it here.
You would think, because in the early going, it doesn't appear that the kicking game is our strong suit. So you might go for it right here.
Play to your strengths, huh? Trips right, split left. Carradine to the right of Simmons. Simmons catches, looks to throw. Looking deep for Dante Reed. He's got him.
Somebody's got it. I think that
they're going to call interception.
Which he's down at the 1.
That's not.
That's absolutely not him.
So, he's already got a sideline warning, and he's out on the middle of the field. I mean, he should be getting flagged right now.
So what you have is you have a great play,
a good punt.
But what you don't have is somebody remembering. If I heard Coach C say it once, I heard Coach C say it 100 times. 4th down, knock it down.
That's the best.
Well,
and that you asked about a coffin punt. That's exactly what just happened.
Yeah, it was dangerously close to Dante getting in and getting dual possession. Really good play by, you say knock it down, but it was nice to rip it away from Dante and get possession for Glen Rose. But they are starting deep, 1-yard line here. 2:46 left in the 3rd quarter.
And this is a dangerous situation for Glen Rose. They can't afford a safety right here.
Under snap for the first time. Going to be a quarterback sneak. He's going to get forward for a gain of 2.
And so even though, they pull it out to about the 3 or 4 yard line, they're still in dangerous position because we have seen the defensive front, particularly those front 4, including the isolated player of the game, TreSean Moorman, get a lot of pressure.
Snap. Looks like another quarterback sneak. This time he's hit and driven backwards.
And you can tell that that's a fear for Glen Rose at this point, because a lot of teams, when they're out to the 3, they'll try to run a play. At the very least, they'll go shotgun and they'll throw a quick pass. But they understand. I think they have a feeling that our front 4 has really kind of taken over.
Somehow gained 1 there. I don't really see how. But now ball out to the 5-yard line. Will be 3rd and 6 there for Glen Rose.
This would be a huge stop for Malvern right here.
Lanius looks like he may go back under center here. 3rd straight play. Receiver split to either side. Here's the snap.
And wide receiver moved a little early.
He's faked the give. And he's just got to try to throw it away. It's going to, oh my gosh, should have been picked off by Malik Relaford, but unable to get it. Lanius just throwing it away for his life, trying to get it out of bounds.
And, we've seen Lanius make so many smart, savvy plays. And again, he was in the position of I either got to throw it away or take a safety. But
as you see, another problem with first games is a lot of cramping, as Relaford is down cramping around the 15-yard line on the Glen Rose side. We will take a break while they stretch him out. We'll come back with a 4th and 6 for Glen Rose. 1:38 left in the 3rd quarter. Malvern leading 27-20.
Daniel Heat and Air provides both residential and commercial heating and cooling services. Daniel Heat and Air is family owned and operated and takes great pride in making their customers feel like family. With over 40 years of service in the Hot Springs and Central Arkansas area, Daniel is ready to serve your needs with certified technicians on call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. For your heat and air needs, call Daniel Heat and Air at 501-293-0782.
We're back at Beavers Stadium. Glen Rose, Arkansas. Leopards leading the Beavers 27-20. Had a long break there. Malik Relaford on what is a serious cramp is being wheeled over to the Leopard sideline now. And hopefully he'll be able to work that out and get some relief. have been the recipient of those before, and it does not feel good.
No, it doesn't. And, so obviously our first thoughts, first and foremost are with Malik. We want Malik to get healthy. From a football perspective, you're losing one of the best corners in the conference, and so that's something that we got to work with going forward for the rest of the game.
4th and 6 here from Glen Rose from the 5. Snap, here's the punt. Gonna take a bounce around there, get a little bit of a Glen Rose bounce. Gonna be fielded around the 33-yard line as Hart gives the appearance that he might come after it, but does the smart thing and stays away from it. 1:31 left in the third quarter. Malvern leads Glen Rose 27-20. 1st and 10 on the good side of the 50, starting on the 33-yard line. Like we said earlier, another really good chance for Malvern to come in and really put the pressure on Glen Rose if they're able to take this ball to the whole 33 yards and punch it in here.
Yep, it's another opportunity to kind of really take control of the game.
Simmons takes the snap, gives to Carradine up the middle. He's got a lot of room. He's breaking tackles. Looks like he's going to have enough for the first down.
And you can kind of start to see in the war of attrition with the lines, our offensive line is kind of starting to take control. We've actually, in this half, done a really good job. I don't know if it's just a matter of stamina. I don't know if it's a matter of adjustments that we've made, but the offensive line is starting to create a lot of room.
Carradine limping a little bit. Will be 1st and 10 from the Leopards from the 22. Receiver split to each side. Asher the up back. Fakes the give to Carradine. Simmons looking to run on the left side. Got a little bit of room. Going to go up and out of bounds after a gain of, looks like about 5 or 6.
And, one of the things that we do with that kind of sprint out is he's still he's a really good passer on the run. I mean, I watch him at practice, and his ability to make throws while he's running to his left is really, really strong. And so that's always going to be a threat. And that really puts those corners and those safeties on that side of the field that he's sprinting to at a real disadvantage, trying to figure out what to do.
2nd and 5 from the 17-yard line. Receiver split to each side. Asher the up back behind the tight end on the right side. Here's a snap. Give is the Hart up the middle. Met immediately. And it's going to be a short gain there for the Leopards. Going to bring up 3rd and about 4.5 to 5.
And you have to give Glen Rose defense credit because they've put themselves in some serious situations, either through turnovers or punts or, the kicking game. And they have, in times when we've been down in the red zone, bowed their neck, and we've been down here several times without getting points.
3rd and 5 here for the Leopards. Receiver split to each side. Asher the up back off the left. Here's the snap. Give is to Hart looking for room to the outside. Not a lot there. He's going to be hit and dropped, and a flag comes down in the area of what could be holding on the Leopards. Not a good situation right now as Malik Relaford is being tended to for cramps. And it looks like Keith Carradine is down being tended to for cramps as well. So Leopards dropping their running backs like flies.
And, we talked about depth, and so you have other guys that are playing other positions. Bud played a lot of tailback last year. In a pinch, if we need a tailback, he can go back there and play. So we're lucky in the fact that we do have multiple guys that can play that position.
Malvern does not have to run another play if they don't want to. It is 4th and 5. 5 seconds left on the clock. Simmons pointing to it. Looks like we will let the quarter run out. We'll take it to the 4th quarter. Leopards holding a 27-20 lead. When we come back from the break, they'll be looking at a 4th and 5 deep in Beaver territory. We'll be back after this.
Let MMB help your business keep progressing by offering you state-of-the-art technology. MMB is big enough to serve the needs of your business, but still make local decisions quickly for Central Arkansas. We offer mobile banking, remote deposit, and treasury management solutions. All of this from your local community bank, where you can still drop in and talk with someone when you want to see a friendly face. MNB, what a real community bank feels like. Visit us online at mnbbank.com.
Welcome you back to Beaver Stadium here in Glen Rose. Leopards hold a 27-20 lead in the Brick Bowl. Start of the 4th quarter. Leopards beneficial there to get to get the quarter break. Kind of a little bonus timeout there. Facing a 4th and 5 from the 17-yard line. Trips to the right, split left. Asher the up back to the right. Simmons takes the snap, rolling right, looking to throw. He's got a man in the end zone. Bud fighting back for it, and it looks like he has it. No thing. Yeah, there it is. Touchdown Leopards. Tremendous catch by Bud Johnson.
And one of the things that having a true dual threat quarterback, and not just a guy that can run, not just a guy that can throw, but a guy that can do both, is you put secondary guys in coverage in a very difficult decision point predicament. And we got one-on-one coverage, and what a beautiful catch in the back corner of the end zone.
And when you watch this back, Ben, watch Carter Martin on the out route. He's actually open for a chance to pick up the first down, but Simmons sees the opportunity to go to pay dirt and takes it. Tremendous throw, great catch by Bud. Rodea on for the extra point, snaps down, holds down, kick is away. It's going to be no good. But there is a flag, though. We'll stay here and see what the flag is. Hopefully Malvern will get another opportunity at it.
Now, I'm going to tell you, the holder actually did a great job of fielding that and getting it on the tee.
It will. I don't know what the penalty was, but it was on Malvern. They're going to decline it. So, score will be 33 for Malvern, 20 for Glen Rose, 11:52 left in the fourth quarter. We'll be back after this.
Welcome to Larry's.
Hey guys, my name is Garrett. I've been coming to Larry's Pizza here in Malvern ever since it opened. My favorite is baked potato, chicken honey mustard. I love it. Come on down to Larry's.
It's so good you don't even know.
Larry's Pizza has buffet Tuesday and Friday nights starting at 5 p.m. Call us here at Larry's Pizza for all your specialty and game day pizza needs.
We want the Malvern Leopards to have a successful football season.
Go Leopards!
Welcome back. 11:52 left in the fourth quarter here in the Brick Bowl. Leopards leading 33-20. Want to take an opportunity to thank Mike Bailey for 40-plus years of service in our community as Western Sizzling has come to a close this year. Kind of strange not hearing his commercials, but thank you for all he did for the community. Tremendous. All the stake scrimmages. Not enough words can be said, but thank you, and we hope you enjoy retirement. Rodea's kick is away. Going to be fair, caught but dropped. You can't blow the whistle on a live ball.
They were blowing the whistle before. Oh, boy. That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate.
Glen Rose will take over from there. Going to be 37-yard line. Referee played a little bit of anticipation there, just assuming they're going to make the fair catch, but you cannot blow the whistle dead until he secures the ball. If he drops it, it is live, and that is what happened.
I got to say, I think we have to be very impressed with the way that Malvern came out of the half. You know, you're down a touchdown coming out of the half. It's easy to get down. You're on the road. It's hot. It's humid. People are cramping up. The way that they responded is a real testament to their character out there.
I formation for Glen Rose here. Lanius under center. Here's the snap. Give his tailback up the middle. He's hit immediately and dropped. Nice job by Hart coming up and finishing it off, but the initial hit was made by Bud Johnson, who's having a tremendous game tonight.
Yeah, he is, and I got to spend some time memorizing numbers, but also TreSean, isolated player of the games right now.
There you go.
I should have that number memorized, right?
Bada bing, bada boom.
But he was right there at the point of contact as well.
Going to be 2nd and 10 from the 37-yard line for Glen Rose. Twins right, split left, up back to the right of Lanius. Here's the snap, fakes the give, looking to throw, got a man on the outside, out route there, and it is going to be enough for a first down. Nice throw and catch there by Glen Rose.
Yeah, and again, you know, we beat a lot of dead horses, but, you know, again, you go back to having a quarterback that's been in the battles, been in the wars, and one thing I'm really surprised about Glen Rose is they have not really tried Ethan Taylor that much. You got a back that rushed for almost 1,000 yards, had over 100 yards per game, and you're not really feeding him the football. And at this point, down 2 scores in the last quarter, I don't know how much you can run anymore.
1st and 10 from the 48. Here's the snap. Give is to Taylor right on key, and he's got room to run on the outside. Still going. Now secures the ball. He's going to be all the way down to the 32-yard line. Been a little reverse curse there.
Yeah, I need to learn to shut my mouth, you know, because
I believe, as you said earlier, talking about the rock, you need to know your role and shut your mouth.
You know, I mean, it's but we've heard the philosophy, feed the studs, and it makes you wonder why are they not feeding the studs?
Yeah, Twins right, split left, 1st and 10 here from the 32-yard line. Give is to Taylor again up the middle. This time not as much room, but still a solid gain of about 3 on first down.
And so at this point, you know, you certainly don't want to give up a touchdown. But right now, when you're up 2 scores, we're about to be under 10 minutes. The time on the clock is your ally. 3 yards, you're not going to pitch a fit if they pick up 3 yards.
I gave him 4. 2nd and 6 from the 28-yard line. Twins right, split left. Taylor to the right of Lanius, fakes the give, looking to go deep to the outside here. Tremendous catch there by the Glen Rose receiver. Carter Martin was draped all over him, so much so that probably pass interference was going to be called, but an even better catch there. Nice placement by Lanius. Touchdown, Glen Rose.
Yeah, the receiver did a great job of going up there and getting it. And, you know, we've been talking a little bit about back shoulder throws. He actually did lead that back towards that front pylon, and part of the reason we had that pass interference is because he had to stop, turn his body towards the sideline, and that caused our corner to run into him.
9:48 left. Glen Rose on for the extra point. Here's the snap. Kick is away. And it is good. So with 9:48 left in the 4th quarter, it's going to be Malvern 33, Glen Rose 27. We have a whole new ball game. We'll be back after this. Welcome you in Beaver Stadium, Glen Rose, Arkansas. 9:48 left in the game. Malvern leading 33-27. Glen Rose just scored to pull within 1 score. And as we were talking about during the break, what we've seen most of the night from Glen Rose is onside kick, and Leopards need to be very aware of that here as Beavers trying to gain the momentum back. It is an onside kick, going to be fielded by Jabri Artis. Malvern will start with great field position around the 43-yard line.
And right now, about the best thing that can happen for Malvern is to take about 4 minutes off the clock, go down there, punch it in for 7.
Obviously, how about 9?
Well, how about 9? Yeah, that'd be great. It's tough to go. It's tough to turn 40. What is that? 57 yards. It's tough to turn 57 yards in the 9 minutes. But
to quote Michael Chance, I was told there would be no math.
Well, I have heard that called the 57-yard line before. So
I hear that too. 1st and 10 from the 43. Twins right, split left. Asher the up back on the right. Carradine to the left of Simmons. Here's the snap. Give is to Carradine looking for room to the outside. He's got some room. He's going to be hit and falls forward for about a 4-yard gain. Nice job by Carradine.
Yeah, and that was a play where everybody kind of did everything right. The guy came up, he hit Keith low, but you know what? Keith just found a way to keep his balance enough, roll forward. I don't know, like a karate guy doing a forward roll, and he picked up about 4 yards right there.
2nd and 6 for the Leopards from the 47-yard line. 9:17 and rolling left in the game. Twins right, split left. Asher the up back to the left. Will be Carradine to the right of Simmons. Here's the snap. Simmons fields. Quick pass out to Dante Reed looking to get upfield. Able to break the first tackle and fall forward, but it will be only about a gain of 2. Well, no, actually, they're not even giving him anything.
I think if we go back and look at that, we may have missed a block out there, and if we pick that one guy, I think he may have had a little extra room there. In fact, I think he would have had a lot of room. But as it is, you got to give the defensive player credit for fighting through the block and making a stop.
Really unable to do anything too positive with our bubble screens so far. Going to be 3rd and 5 from the 48. Twins right, Twins left. Asher going to be the up back on the right side. Simmons alone in the backfield.
There's 2 safeties deep. It's going to be tough to go deep here.
Here's the snap. Simmons looking to throw. Now flushed in the pocket, trying to get upfield. There's nothing there. Going to be brought down at the line of scrimmage. Going to be a 4th and 5 from the 48-yard line. About the only positive thing you can say, Ben, is the clock is rolling.
Yeah, and we were looking to go deep. You could see that I don't know who the receiver was on the far sideline, but he was looking to take a shot deep down the right sideline, but in that deep cover 2 look. And actually, I think the corners were back too, so they may have been in a cover 4 zone back there. It was going to be really tough to find a receiver deep down the field.
After a little bit of discussion, they're going to bring out Dante Reed for the punt. 7:53 and counting left in the game. We have TreSean Moorman coming on late. Still 12 on the play clock, plenty of time. 4th and 5 from the 48.
Good snap.
Punt is away.
That's going to roll forever.
And it's bounding towards the Glen Rose end zone. Ran over and fielded by the Beavers. Got the sideline. Got a little bit of room. Finally going to be brought down around the 34-yard line. Beavers will take over from there. 7:26 left in the fourth quarter.
You know, we talked earlier about a really good decision from Jacoby to pick the ball up on a ball that was bouncing, and we saw the same thing right there, because that ball probably was going to stop inside the 5, or it was going to go out of bounds somewhere real close to the pylon. So really good decision, and instead of having, 1st and 10 from inside the 10 for sure, they got it pulled out, past the 30-yard line.
Only negative to punts like that is, Ben, is it doesn't give your coverage team really any time to get down there, and you're able to pick it up with a lot of room to run. 1st and 10 from the 34-yard line. Beavers trail by 6. 7:26 left as we're having a conference in the middle of the field about which ball we like better.
Yeah, we got this number 10 wide receiver stacked right behind another wide receiver. I would say that he's going to be a very, very high potential target on this particular play, because this is an opportunity where Glen Rose may want to try to take a shot and make a big play coming off of that punt return.
All right, we've got it all figured out apparently. As Ben said, we've got stacked formation over here, twins right. Up back to the left side, back to the left of Lanius. Here's the snap. Give is to Taylor up the middle. He's going to be hit and dropped after a gain of 5.
And that's really one of the better runs that they've had up the middle. I mean, the front 7 for the Leopards have done a really good job clogging the middle runs. So they actually gave him another yard up to the 40, so it's going to be 2nd and 4.
A lot of times they come out to market and then just kind of mosey on over a little bit more. Going to stay in the stacked twins over here on the right. Bring the up back in motion to the right. Here's the snap. Fakes the give. Looking to throw. Running out of time. Tries to throw it away. It's right to Carter Martin. He picks it off. We got a flag for some reason. I don't know what he could possibly be calling.
I want to say he thought that we had pass interference on our own guy.
Trying to throw a beanbag and threw the flag. Big time play there by Carter Martin, and it was, been the pressure that was put on by that defensive line that caused the throwaway.
It absolutely was, and that was huge because Glen Rose kind of had a little bit of momentum going. If they scored, kicked the extra point, now we're behind a point.
Yeah.
So, we need to go ahead and punch this thing in and go up 2 scores. If you go up 2 scores under 5, you feel really confident about where you are.
Yeah. Absolutely. Leopard's going to take over from the 46-yard line. We'll be 1st and 10, 6:36 left in the game. This is one of those times, like Ben was talking earlier, you would love to put together just a slow, methodical drive and eat that clock.
And I got to feel we're going to see Cedric run the ball a time or two on this series. Because you're trying to ice a game at this point.
Leopards come to the line. It's going to be twins left. Asher, the up back behind the tight end on the left side. Looks like Carradine to the right of Simmons. Carradine gets the call. He's got room to run. He's bobbing and weaving all the way up past the first down. Going to be down to the 43-yard line. We got a flag fly.
You really hate to see that because we had a really, really good first down play right there. Big hole. Did a good job of blocking it, did a good job of running it, and looks like we may have had a little bit of a mouthing going on.
Personal
going to bring
foul.
it back.
The penalty is unsportsmanlike conduct on Malvern.
It was going to be a first down, so
I think it still is.
It's still going to be 1st and 10, right? It's not going to be 1st and 25. It's going to be 1st and 10.
Well, worst case, it'd be about first.
Oh, offsetting.
Offsetting.
Well, that's even better. It's going to be 1st and 10 for sure.
Yeah.
Penalties will offset.
That's a good pass.
And normally it takes 2 to tango, as they say.
Sure, and it wouldn't make a lot of sense for the guy who just picked up 11 yards to get up John,
1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. Just over 6 minutes left. Twins right. Asher the up back to the right. Give is to Hart, looking for room to run around the right. Not a whole lot there. Cuts it up. Is able to pick up positive yardage on first down. Looks like it's going to be a gain of 2.
Boy, Glen Rose did a good job of going with the line of scrimmage because both lines were kind of moving towards the sideline, and they did a real good job of not necessarily coming upfield to make a play, but to negate all those gaps. You know, you could see Jacoby just looking for a seam, but they did a good job of keeping gap integrity as those gaps move towards the sideline.
Be 2nd and 8 for the Leopards from the 41-yard line. Twins right. Tied in and up back on the left side as well. Carradine to the right of Simmons. Here's the snap. Fakes the give to Carradine. Will be Simmons up the middle. He's pushing the pile forward. He's going to pick up about 5 here, probably still be about 3 yards short of the first down. Bring up a big 3rd and 3.
It is a big 3rd and 3 because, here we are. We're right around 5 minutes left in the game. You're up 6. You really, really need a first down.
Yep.
It is pivotal to get a first down because Glen Rose has shown that they can score in a hurry, and they have shown that they can drive down the field. So you want to go ahead and get this first down, milk some time, put this thing in the end zone, go back to Malvern, get a big sonic drink, and call today.
Here's a snap. Give is the Hart, looking for room to run. He's hit, fighting forward, going to have enough for the first down and more. Finally brought down after picking up that first down, going to be down to about the 28-yard line.
And that was sheer will. Sheer will. You know, he had every expectation of falling down before he got to the marker, and he kept driving the feet, pushing along, and that is the kind of effort that it takes to win rivalry games like this.
Clock at 4:35 and counting. Leopards have 1st and 10 from the 27-yard line in no hurry, as they shouldn't be, leading by 6, I should say. Twins to the left, tied in to the left as well. Asher the up back to the right, Carradine to the left of Simmons. Here's the snap, give is to Carradine, looking for room to run, still fighting, breaking off tackles, getting forward. Gonna pick up 1 to 2 yards there. Can't really tell by how they're marking it off. Most important thing is the clock is still running.
You can see that I think both teams kind of understand the pivotal moment that we're in. I mean, you can see the way that we're hitting the holes and we're driving, and you can see in the way that they're blitzing and they're attacking. I think both teams kind of figure out that this is the ball game right here.
3:48 and counting. 2nd down and 9 from the 27-yard line. Leopards have twins left. Tied in and up back on the left as well. Going to be Hart to the right of Simmons. Here's the snap. Give is to Hart. He's trying to avoid people in the backfield. Does avoid people and able to fall forward for another 1-yard gain.
Hart on the carry for the Leopards.
And that's going to put Coach Plumlee in an interesting situation. Here we are, 3rd and about 8, 3rd and 7. Do you go for the first down with a pass and potentially stop the clock? Do you run it? Do you try to get the clock under 2 minutes? When you have a running quarterback, like said, you may just put it in his hands on a sprint out and tell him if it's not there, take a shot at running it. But if it is there, let's try to go ahead and ice this bad boy.
Clock goes under 3. Looks like Leopards are going to take a timeout. With 2:52 left in the ball game, Leopards lead 33-27, facing a 3rd and 8 when we come back. We'll be back after these messages.
Identity, the indicating factor of who or what someone is. Every day is a new chance to discover who I am, who I will become, and what will become of my future. The moment you realize that pride plus loyalty equals success, and that it takes hard work to be the best, something magical happens. To be a Malvern Leopard is to be a scientist, an artist, an engineer, an athlete, and a leader. My identity is clear. I am a Malvern Leopard.
Welcome you back to Beaver Stadium. Big 3rd and 8 here. We got Braxton split out to the left. Seth Stewart split out to the right. Asher the up back on the right. Here's the snap. Fakes the give to Carradine. Looking to throw out. He's got Asher wide open. Going to pick up the first down. Wisely stays in bounds.
What a savvy play on all parts. Great play call. That's a route that we haven't thrown to a receiver we haven't thrown to. We pick up the first down. Great pass. Malachi, understanding the situation, doesn't go out of bounds, stays in bounds to get the clock rolling once they set the chains. Brilliant on all parts.
Pretty good golfer, too. That'll make it 1st and 10 for the Leopards. Ball on the 13-yard line. Clock is rolling, 2:40 and counting, as Leopards are looking quite content to let it roll as much as it possibly can. Going to have Braxton Allen and Seth Stewart split out to the left. Going to now need to hurry to the line as we let a little bit too much time go off. Asher up to the left, going to be carried on to the right of Simmons. Here's the snap. Ball fumbled. Still on the ground. Glen Rose is going to get it. That's just unbelievable. Unbelievable. Going to be 2:16 left in the game. It is important to note Glen Rose does have all 3 timeouts remaining. Going to have a long field to go, but they have a chance to go down here and win this thing.
It's not really a rivalry game without some drama.
I don't want the drama, Ben. I don't like the drama.
One way, there's no way about it at this point. Somebody's going home with a broken heart.
You're right about that. Lonnius brings his team to the line. He's got a receiver split to each side. 2 tight ends. Got the back to his right.
Look at the tight end,
Here's the snap. Lonnius rolls. Going to be a draw. Big time hole as he's got a lot of room to run. Still going. Finally brought down around the 45-yard. Oh, the ball comes out. Oh, they're going to say it's down. It's one of those you would love to see again. As we got East and West down. Looks like he's cramping now. 2:07 left. Huge play for Glen Rose deep in their own territory. Ball now all the way out to the 46-yard line. We'll take a break as they tend to Easton. We'll welcome you back with an exciting finish to the Brick Bowl in just a second. Welcome you back into Beaver Stadium, Glen Rose, Arkansas. Score is 33-27, 2:07 left. Glen Rose driving to try to take the lead after a costly Malvern turnover. Twins right, split left. Back is to the right of Lonnius.
It's gut check time for sure. We've moved Dante Reed from safety to corner to cover that number 10 that's been hurting us. He's got a big cushion on him too.
Here is the snap. Lonnius looking to throw. Got a lot of time. Throws deep. Carter Martin's the best opportunity, and it's off his fingertips. A chance to seal the game, and it just goes off the fingertips of Martin there.
And I'm not really sure where that pass was. If that was a miscommunication, he just let it rip. I'm not sure, but
adrenaline flying, Ben.
Here we go. We got 2nd and 10. I will be surprised if Ethan Taylor does not touch the football on this play.
Still 1:56 left. Glen Rose with all 3 timeouts. No need to get in too much of a panic yet if you're Glen Rose.
Seems like every time he's touched the ball this half, good things have happened for them. I'll be a little surprised if he doesn't touch the ball on this play.
Going to be Twins left, up, back, and tight end to the right. We got a delay of game. Oh, yep, they're going to give it to him. Timeout Glen Rose with 1:54 left in the game. We'll be back after this. Welcome you back into Beavers Stadium. Glen Rose trailing Malvern 33-27, but have the ball. 2nd and 10 from the 46-yard line. 1:54 left on the clock. Had to burn their first timeout. They're down to 2.
And the good news is they did it without the clock running. So you hate to say it was a wasted timeout, but they did not get a clock stoppage out of it.
Lonnius brings a man in motion. Here's the snap. Fakes to give to him. Looks to throw. Tipped away. Tremendous play by Jabril Artis. Almost intercepted there by Chase McAllister. Had a play on it, just barely couldn't get to it.
But one of the things that if you go across and you look at those guys from on our defense right now, they are long. They are tall, they have long limbs, and when you are playing a team like Glen Rose that likes to throw those short passes, having those long arms to knock balls down and deflect is a huge, huge benefit.
3rd and 10 from the 46-yard line, 150 left. Twins right, up, back, and tight end to the left. Lanius looks to throw, double clutches, ball up in the air, and again has a chance to be intercepted, but falls harmlessly to the ground. Going to bring up a huge 4th down here.
I'm going to tell you, they're going to watch film on this, and they're going to be sucking their breath in like we do every time the ball's tipped. You're like, oh, how many opportunities were left? I mean, that's nobody's fault. They just got tipped and fell into happens to be a hole where nobody is. But
yeah,
you're so close to sealing it 2 or 3 different times here. But we can end it right here pretty much. We can.
4th and 10 from the 46-yard line, 1:45 left on the clock. Going to be twins to each side for Lanius, back to his right. Here's the snap. Lanius rolls to his right.
That's a hold.
He's looking to run. He's not going to have it. That's going to be Malvern ball on what was a curious decision, but we will take it. 1:39 left on the clock. Ben, as they say, we just got to hang on to it.
That's right. You got to hang on to it. And how many timeouts do they have?
2.
Just 2 timeouts. Are we sure we haven't gone to the well to get more? I mean, we've seemed like they got 6 the first half. Did they have a genie in their pocket? Get 3 more somewhere?
I don't know how many coins they flip down there in that little pot they got going on.
But this is a big, big opening opportunity. Let's just go ahead, hold on to the ball. Let's run this clock out. Let's go back to Malvern.
Get that big Sonic drink.
Win 2 in a row, and I'm telling you, 2's a streak, baby.
Waffle.
2's a streak.
There you go. Twins right. Asher the up, back to the right as well. So is the tight end. It's going to be Hart to the left of Sid. 1st and 10 from the 48-yard line. Snap is high. Fall on it. Just fall on it. Just fall. Well, that's a tremendous play. That's a tremendous play because it's a forward pass, incomplete. He doesn't lose the yardage. He threw to the tight end. What tremendous, what are you doing? No!
What are they doing?
No, you got to be kidding me. It's a forward pass to the tight end, a legal receiver.
Now, they can't be saying it's a fumble, right?
No, it's not a fumble.
Well, what I don't know is, are they calling it, and they shouldn't call it pass interference because it literally, I think, hit the receiver.
It hit his hands.
So I'm not real sure.
It's an incomplete pass.
I'm not real sure why they would be spotting the ball there. The only reason here, they're only spotting the ball there because they're saying it's intentional grounding and they're going to mark off a penalty, or they're going to say it was a fumble. Unless they change their mind and they move it back.
No, no. There's no flag. It's an incomplete pass, and anything that's not called that should be on the SportsCenter not top 10. I have no idea what's going on.
We have a timeout taken by Glen Rose.
A timeout taken by Glen Rose, but I mean, what in the world is going on?
I'm not sure. And I don't know that the officials necessarily know what's going on because they're not being very productive with us, telling us what's going on. The Glen Rose defense is still on the field.
They spotted the ball there. Unless they're saying that Easton caught it and was down. That's the only thing I can possibly see. Literally the only thing I can see. I don't know. Whatever. Twins right. Asher the up back. Tight end on the left as well. Please make a good snap here. Simmons has got Hart. The clock's not running. That's a timeout. Here's the snap. Simmons takes the ball. He's running to the right, just looking for room. He's got a little bit. He's going to hold on to it and fall down. It's going to be 3rd and a mile, but Glen Rose will take what we assume is their last time out unless they go to that fishing well that Ben was talking about. Hopefully we'll be back with the conclusion of the Brick Bowl in just a second. 1:23 left. 33 Malvern, Glen Rose 27. We'll be back in a second.
Farmers Bank and Trust is proud to bring you Kasasa. What's Kasasa? It's an easy way to earn cash, no talent necessary. It's like a participation trophy that's actually worth something. You do everyday things, we reward you in cash each month. That's free Kasasa checking. Ask for free Kasasa checking at Farmers Bank and Trust.
We welcome you back into Beaver Stadium. 1:23 left in the game. Malvern holding on to a 33-27 lead. It's going to be 3rd and 22 from the 36-yard line. Glen Rose is out of timeouts. Simmons takes the snap. He's running out to his left, cuts back upfield. He's going to be hit. Just keep moving it, keep the clock running.
They're still, and again, they blew the whistle, and we picked up 2 yards after the whistle.
Doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Going to bring up a 4th down here. There's a flag. Maybe, just maybe, if we drew a flag on them, we might get a 1st down here that would end the game, but we'll see.
Yeah, but if it's on us, it stops the clock. Unsportsmanlike?
They're going to give it offsetting.
Unsportsmanlike call on both teams. The penalties will offset.
But will the clock start again?
It should. Yeah, clock should return to running as soon as they call it back in. So Malvern will snap it with under a minute left. Well, they're not running it. They're not running the clock. Now they're running the clock.
Oh, yeah,
if I'm Plumlee, I'm losing my mind right now.
They just saved themselves 10 seconds.
Absolutely. That is horrible. Horrible.
Well, the coach is telling him to stop the clock.
Well, he don't know what he's talking about. It should have been running the whole time. We've got mass confusion again.
It should be at 40 seconds.
They're going to say timeout Malvern, and Coach Plumlee is going to lose his mind asking why the clock didn't start when it was supposed to. And he's absolutely right. You can go ahead and quit holding up all the fingers you want, son. The clock should have been running. We'll be back after this. Welcome you back to Beaver Stadium. 1:04 left in the game. Apologize for all the outbursts, but this has just been an absolutely wild ending to a game. We're still discussing what should happen here. If the clock should be rolling when they call it into play or not. Now they're saying 1 minute, and then are we going to roll it from 1 minute? He said don't start that clock till he kicks it. That's not how it works. You start it when they snap it.
Well, and so my other, where do we get 1 minute?
There was never 1 minute.
In what wonderland do you put 1 minute on the board? Because either the clock was supposed to run or it wasn't. It should be at either 1:04 or 25 seconds less than 1:04. It should not be 4 seconds less than 1:04. I'm not great at math. I taught social studies and English, but I know 25 minus 1:04 is not 1.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. Welcome to my side of the world, baby.
And so I would just assume if you're going to get it wrong, at least get it wrong in a reasonable way. You know?
Well, let's pull out the rule book.
At least give yourself an opportunity to look correct under some circumstance.
Let's all just take a break, sit down.
But we're going to randomly take off 4 seconds.
Pull out the rule book.
I don't get
Make sure we get it right. Go to instant replay. Well, we have some answer, maybe.
I'm just utterly confused at how we get a minute on the clock.
Welcome to the Matrix. Clock is not rolling, so here you go. Snap, kick away. Gonna land around the 35 and roll out of bounds there. Gonna be 54.3 left on the clock. Glen Rose will take over there. No timeouts as Malvern is 1 stop away from driving back the 8 miles very happily.
Yeah, and it's like when you leave a putt short. Someone talk your language.
Oh man,
little meat left on the bone. You ever heard that phrase?
Don't do it to me.
Feels like that's what we've got right here. Got a little work left to do.
Nothing deeper than the deepest. Watch number 10. Here we go. We got twins to the right, tied in and up, back to the left. Lanius takes the snap.
Oh, and we just got beat deep.
Looking to throw deep.
That's an offensive put. That should be on our offense. That should be on the offense.
There's absolutely no way that can be defensive, but it's going to be because this is just what's happening right now.
I got to believe that this is going to be on the offense. He clearly pushed our guy down.
Here we go. They called offense. All right.
Okay.
47.7 left.
Pass interference call against the Beavers.
Malvern leading 33-27. Again, Glen Rose out of timeouts.
Can we just randomly take 4 seconds off again? That would be helpful.
Again, I was told there would be no math.
It would be 43.7 seconds.
Okay, thank you. I could have figured that one out. Thank you, though. Appreciate that. Going to be 1st and 20, I believe. Here's the snap. Lanius is rolling out. It's going to be a draw. He's going to be hit in the backfield.
Really good job.
And dropped. There's no timeouts for Glen Rose, so clock is going to run. They're going to have to hurry to the line, and they don't appear to be in much of a rush.
I really don't understand that play call at all.
I don't either, but Malvern needs to quit celebrating, and they need to get ready. 28 seconds left. Anything can still happen. Nothing deeper than the deepest.
Yep. Don't let anyone behind you.
Twins right, twins left. Lanius takes the snap, looking to throw. Quick hitter, a little inside screen.
I don't know that they're going to get another playoff.
Going to be hit.
That should be it.
No, they're not going to stop the clock for that. They're not going to stop the clock for that. Why? That you can't. You cannot. No, you. Why did you stop the clock? No, he didn't run out of bounds. Forward progress was stopped. There's no timeouts. What is going on?
And that is 2 years in a row.
All right, here we go. Oh, interesting. Very interesting. I don't. Okay.
I feel like I'm in Talladega Nights right now, and I don't know what to do with my hands. Somebody's all jacked up on Mountain Dew, and I need answers.
Well,
I don't know what's going on right now. Ben, take me home.
We're going to go home in about 3.4 seconds.
Maybe.
3.4 seconds.
Are you sure?
It's
the only thing I'm sure about is nothing is for sure.
I'm assuming that it's now 3rd down or 4th down. I guess all they're worried about now is the clock downstairs. They're not worried about the down and distance anymore.
Going to be trips left, twins right. Going to be a quick pass that's incomplete.
And that'll do it.
And Malvern takes the win. And it was one of the strangest wins I've ever seen, but we'll take it nonetheless.
And that is 2 Brick Bowl victories in a row. And where I'm from, we call that a streak.